Cameras turned off, the campaign has died, but the work we started, it never subsided. From the desert floor to the mountain height, we're shining the torch, we're bringing the light. 17 counties under one big sky, we're watching the records, we're asking them why. Oh, W4Nevada, the people's own desk, putting the truth to the ultimate test. For the school boards, the cities, the local town hall, we're showing up, brother, we're answering the call. From the receipts to the findings, we lay it all down. Accountability in every Nevada town. If the shadows are growing and you need some sun, bring it to us, now the healing's begun. Speak plainly, speak loud, let the truth be heard. We're keeping our promise, we're keeping our word. W4Nevada.com, you know where to go. Call or text that number, let the power flow.
702-381-4295. Hey!
We're still alive.
I dig this
Power
vibe.
back to the people.
That's right.
Power back to the people.
Hey, hey. Don't you feel like you should be on roller skates? Every time I hit this part, I feel like it is. Well, good afternoon and good evening, and wherever you are, good morning. Who knows? Maybe you could be someplace where it's morning. Nevada, here we are today on a Friday with a live call-in show ready to go. Clickety-clackety, well, I don't know what that is, but my seat's making noise. Enjoy that. I want to ask you one simple question, and it's a question that I think many people have inside the state, and that question is, who really runs this state of Nevada? Is it the people who live here, work here, raise their children here, drill their wells here, and pay their bills? Is that who runs Nevada? Or is it the developers, the corporations, the political insiders, and appointed officials who seem to know what is happening before the public ever even gets a meaningful opportunity to respond to these decisions? Because after everything that we have uncovered this week, these stories no longer look very isolated. No. Lyon County is considering major development while residents are still trying to understand what has already been approved. Multiple counties such as Story, Douglas, Humboldt, and Pershing and the government bodies are scheduling important meetings at the exact same time, making it nearly impossible for advocates, conservation groups, and informed citizens to attend every hearing. Wonder why they do that. Nevada's limited water is being discussed as though it were on an available corporate resource, even while existing users, ranchers, farmers, tribes, and domestic well owners are already being told to accept the shortages and curtailments for years. That's pretty crazy. And in Yerington, we are now asking whether a mobile healthcare provider was discouraged from serving residents years ago because its services might have competed with an existing provider. That was just one piece of what happened in the last week. Data centers, weird, possibly colluded efforts and or conflicts of interest existing within counties and cities and nonprofit organizations and millions of dollars funneled through organizations that may have ties to water rights and disputes. And it is something else, ladies and gentlemen, when you are talking about a place where you're not really asking anymore, is it happening? You're like, please just bring me the receipts. And can somebody else other than the few people in the back who have already shown me their receipts? And then, of course, the public record is there as well to show that your city council, your nonprofit, the function that is about to happen within a week, I think it's a week, night in the country, water rights, solar projects, data centers, farms and agriculture, like everything tied together. It's like, how can all of that be going on in one area? You could ask yourself that, or you could just take a drive to Urington into Mason Valley and then cruise across from the 95 to the 50 if you want to take Ramsey Week's cutoff, or go straight through and then go into Fallon and maybe scoop back and come back up the USA Parkway and check that out. And I don't know. Look at what they're doing to your state, ladies and gentlemen. That's being railroaded in every direction that is imaginable and possible. Different counties, different officials, different projects, but the same fundamental problems keep existing, that the government moves, the insiders and corporations know, the public finds out late, and then officials call the outcome public participation. Excuse me? Excuse me. And as always, hello to all 17 counties: Clark, Washoe, Carson City, Churchill, Douglas, Elko, Esmeralda, Eureka, Humboldt, Lander, Lincoln, Lime, Mineral, Nye, Pershing, Story, White Pine as well. Not just two in a sports book, right? Every county, every town, every rural road, every family that still believes that Nevada belongs to the people who live here in Clark, and Washoe, and the other 15 counties, right? Not just the two in a sports book. I mean, we love you, Clark and Washoe. We love you. Not as much as you love yourselves, but we do love you. But W4Nevada is built for the whole state. And today we're going to walk through the basics so that, seriously, like, what is going on here? I want to hear what is happening in your county. What's happening in your city? What's happening in your neighborhood? Bring the rumors. Bring what we can find and what we can dig and what we can look up today. Because it's getting thick out there, ladies and gentlemen. Bring the dates, bring the agendas from the meetings that are coming up right now within the 14th, the weird publicly listed hearing sessions that are going on with nonprofit associations tying themselves to data centers that want to enter the area. That's a little odd. Who knows? Bring public statements. Bring your documents today, because W4Nevada is not here to manufacture any outrage. We don't have to make it. It's there. We're here to document exactly why Nevadans are outraged. And this week has made something very clear. That the greatest advantage government has over the public is not always money. Although it seems to be money, yeah. Money is a great deal of a portion, but it's not always money. Sometimes it's time. Government employees, attorneys, consultants, lobbyists, and developers are paid to participate in all of the processes. They're paid to be there on behalf of the city, the county, and the state. Ordinary Nevadans are not. They're not there to answer these questions. They can't be there. They're working for their families, for their corporations, for their businesses, for their kids, for the future. Ordinary Nevadans are left out of these conversations, left out of these decisions, and then all too often told, trust us. Well, trust us has not gotten anyone inside of Nevada very far, has it, ladies and gentlemen? The old trust us isn't working out for us, okay? And I think that the leaders, when they're pulling in law enforcement to intimidate you out of these public forums and these different meetings, that should tell you everything you need to know. That the public comment itself, which was there for you to wrangle in and give insight and your comment to your board that was elected and appointed so that they would take your recommendations under advisement, come back with a better plan, and suit the people, the Nevadans, the Americans that own these lands and the water. The public, the people that you're hired, elected, and appointed to serve? Yeah. Well, the thing is, Nevadans, they have jobs, children, businesses, medical appointments, livestock they've got to take care of, ranching, travel expenses, family responsibilities. Crazy enough, right? But the several counties at the same time are scheduling the planning, zoning, commission, or development meetings on the exact same day, sometimes during the exact same hours, and they're acting surprised when there's organized opposition. Can't physically be everywhere, right? We're trying. That's by design. They were there to overwhelm you. We found a system and started to work along with Nevadans to assist where they couldn't be and to bring their voices forward, and they found a way to obfuscate, omit, and to rail that to a level where you've got to literally have a shadow government stepping on the behalf to make sure that they're not rubber stamping and voting on things that literally the people that depend on the area's power grid, water, land resources are being ignored, silenced. They don't care. They're going. It's like a money, land, and water grab. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen. And it's quiet, right? Eerily quiet. A little too quiet. There has been opportunities that officials will tell you there's an opportunity to comment. But that opportunity that cannot realistically be used is not a meaningful participation, now is it? Because here's the thing. One person cannot be in Lyon County while also simultaneously being in Clark County, Nye County, Washoe County, and Carson City at the same time, can they? No. You can't. And you can't be a Great Basin Watch and also Toyabe and also Allison, who's on TikTok, and then Winterhawk and the few people that are across the different conservancy, Katie Calhoun and Stop Making Data Centers and the different, they can't be everywhere all at once. And the handful of advocates that you have right now are residents that are trying to read hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of technical data material before these commissioners and or planning and zoning commission are voting on things that truly will change your life and history and can condemn if done irresponsibly, which for the most part, nearly 74 different projects across this northern Nevada and southern Nevada across the state approved in works up to 2032. That's the problem that I have, is that a majority of it's already in play. And you're in position for some of them to actually be able to stop them. So I have some questions. Have you seen these important meetings scheduled at times that made participation difficult? Because I think it is. Did you also possibly learn about a decision after only it was nearly complete and you're at the end and you're going in and it's too damn late and you look at the commissioners and their minds were made up before they even came out there to listen to what you had to say? All too often, that's what I hear. Well, this is your moment. Call in, whether you're anonymous or you call in with your actual name and your county and where you're from and what the situation is, because I'll tell you this. I know of many different meetings that are going to be going on within the next week. I also know that there is a contested and issue looking under water rights, property rights, and the different things that are going on with this Night in the Country Nevada event, and the money and the appropriation of where it is, utilizing children's exploitation through a Boys and Girls Foundation that is obviously derelict and has had issues and malfeasance there, and alleged even more issues. There are things that are going on where people need to, like, okay, confirm, deny. Where are we at, ladies and gentlemen? Because at this point, there is way too much going on to just simply ignore it and allow it to be brushed under while people make millions of dollars and are in positions of power, elected or appointed, and they are making choices on behalf of people without the people being fully informed. Dereliction of the duty. Immediately and irresponsibly growing their areas for what? We can see that there are congruent lines within contributions, within land development deals, within water rights and advocacy, a nonprofit foundation with six-figure plus salaries and board members, which who knows what they're getting paid as well. While the actual impact is not being felt at child level and or impact community level. Maybe for some, but I have enough reports to show that if you don't pay the fees and you don't adhere to whatever it is these clubs are doing, well, then they don't provide services for your kids. They don't help you. So all that aside, what is the real thing that we're talking about tremendously throughout here is the resources and whether or not we're putting Nevadans first. There are some pretty easy laws that you can follow inside this state when it comes to the water. And one of them being a case that is being brought up right now. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but there is 100% a case right now. Let's get the screen share up with the water rights inside of the state of Nevada and a development called Coyote Springs from years ago, when the water engineer at that time was Jason King. So we'd have seen top to whether you were going to curtail or however this was going to work. Let's pull this actual. It's funny here that we have this going on. Coyote Springs was a development that was curtailed, and the decision was against it, that literally became a landmark decision that allowed that the water engineer inside of the state could manage surface and connected basin water. Because of how far they pushed that, let me get to the actual thing here. This Coyote Springs thing is very serious, where they're talking about having the Nevadans inside of a litigation. We will be the ones that are responsible for paying and covering this. And I don't know at what rate that seems to make sense in anybody else's mind, but in my mind, when the water engineer makes the correct decision and saves your resources and prevents 160,000 homes and 10 golf courses from being built that would have drained Clark County's water and Lincoln County's water and destroyed the agriculture and ranching. And it's funny when you look at it and you see that there are connections below this plan for, what is it called, SNOWA, Southern Nevada Water Authority, and apparently these different cases in here. Like there's some things going on here, ladies and gentlemen, that need to be really investigated, because the laws inside of the state of Nevada for water are extremely clear. And the fact that you could even hear a possibility of our state being sued for billions of dollars on promised water rights to a corporation on a land development deal is bananas. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't compute to me. Why? Because the laws are the laws. And I posted them right here in this just from Justia, and that is Nevada Revised Statute 533-025, that states that the water of all sources, water supply within Nevada, whether above, beneath the surface of the ground, belongs to the public. Now, they have been able in the past to utilize corporations to be able to consider it as public, but of domain, it will always revert back to beneficial use first. Beneficial use to 160,000 undeveloped, unbuilt homes and 10 golf courses is not going to be chosen as the beneficial use over Lincoln County residents, farmers, ranchers, senior water right holders, no matter what water rights they believe that they bought up. Paper water rights mean nothing. And that is the Nevada Revised Statute 534-020, stating that underground waters within Nevada belong to the public and are subject to appropriation for beneficial use under the Nevada law. You understand that that means that for beneficial use only. Okay? 10 golf courses, not beneficial use, especially in the series of a drought where over 77% of the state is in a drought since 2023. These are not unknown things. I'll get to more of this documentation so that you can see it and understand. The phone lines are open, 702-381-4295. 702-381-4295. If you want to call, you can call, but you don't have to. But if you do, we'll go to this page, and then you'll be on there. How about that? All right, so the fact of the matter is that we'll move forward. Nevada Revised Statute 533-035 states that beneficial water use is the basis, the measure, and the limit of the right to use the water. Understand? That is the determining factor. Is it beneficial? Is it beneficial for Nevadans? And is this Coyote Springs development, RCI, and Joe Cacioppo? We'll get into exactly why there is so much going on inside of that deal right now. Number one, I spoke to Jason King just months ago while he was consulting for the state of Nevada to train Joe Cacioppo. And then now finding out the RCI Cacioppo Hutchinson connection to Lombardo, to the decision to fire Adam Sullivan, to then appoint Joe Cacioppo, to then have this lawsuit going through that has been long-standing. And wow, so much going on. All right, so Nevada Revised Statute 533-024 states that declares Nevada's policy to encourage the state engineer to consider the best available science and to manage conjunctively the appropriation, use, and administration of all waters of this state, regardless of the source of the water. Once again, it's their job to protect us. Jason King made the right decision. I spoke to the man. Now, I may not have agreed with how we had our conversation then, but I told him right then and there that Joe Cacioppo, Mr. I used to be on the school board in Carson City and working for RCI and development for this Coyote Springs, and I used to work with Tahoe's water. Like, this is not qualification to be the state's water engineer. Sorry, sir. And then finding out that we're in litigation within 6 months of you being appointed to that position, absolutely asinine. Like, do you really just think that Nevadans don't pay attention at all, that everyone's just going to allow you to continue to do this kind of shenanigans? I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're just banking on the fact that nobody's paying attention. Nevada Revised Statute 533-370 requires the state engineer to reject applications where there is no unappropriated water, where the proposed use conflicts with existing rights or protectable interest, or where the proposed use threatens to prove detriment to the public interest, which exactly it did. That development of 160,000 homes, 10 golf courses, and God knows what else, was not beneficial to the public. That is the law, that is the framework, and that is the duty. Jason King did not betray a Coyote Springs developer or Joe Cacioppo or any of the other people from Southern Nevada Water Authority who bought land up underneath there and water rights and everything else that played a game called I know the inside information, so I'm going to position myself. Well, you lost. And Nevadans are not going to pay the billions of dollars in your bad investment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but is there a bad investment call line? Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you guys get the notification that we're going to pay for bad investments for billionaires or corporations or people that had got together for real estate development deals or land development deals? Are we also going to start paying back these billionaires that didn't get to build data centers and fuck our land and water and everything across the entire United States? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get to do it. Yeah, now you can sue us, and Nevadans will pay for it anyways. We paid to build it. We paid to break it down. We paid the taxes. We paid the increase. We pay. When the hell don't Nevadans pay? But don't worry, guys. There's no state tax. Oh my goodness. I could lose my mind. But I won't, because that's exactly what they hope for you to do. But the problem and the amount of what's going on is, look, there is so much going on. Just this Coyote Springs situation, just the stuff in Lyon County and the Copia data center and the power grid project and Try2, which is Lance Gilman's next baby that's going to try and do what Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. Lyon County and Story County and Nye County and Clark, you guys got to start showing up. It cannot be Winterhawk, come and show up. That's great. I want to be there to support you, but you must be the people that show up. They don't give a damn what I say. Lyon County does not care. If you look at the comment section, go look at the psychopathic city council members, employees of Perry and Sons Farms Ranch, and city manager and county, like, go look at these people. You got county commissioners from Story County. I got all these people in my inbox and in my DMs or comment section because they're threatened by everything that's been released. At the same time, they'll be like, this guy's using AI. Oh my goodness. Yes, I am, and will continue to use AI because I'm not going to an information fight empty-handed against these freaking tyrants and their high-paid, taxpayer-subsidized lawyers and teams and firms and consultants. Do you know what I'm up against, what you're up against? We shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be them versus us. Are you kidding me? They're supposed to work for you and I. And I got people out here defending the jackass city councilman or the city manager or the county manager or the commissioner. That's blasphemy to me. I'm right here and they're like, dude, shoot that guy who's working for us. Take him out. That Winterhawk guy who keeps defending our water and trying to save our kids' education and working for the land to be clean and doesn't want these people to make all this 6-figure, 7-figure salary while they're suffering working for freaking 30, 40,000 and they're all subsidized. You're damn right, man. Sure, take me out. Attack me. The guy who wants your kids safe, educated, and not having a bad future. Yep, take me out. Totally makes sense, right? That is the guy that city council should be attacking. That's the guy that county commissioners should be attacking. That's definitely the guy you don't want to work with, is the guy who brings you the facts, brings you receipts, hands you the document. They don't like it. Well, the truth hurts, sad pants. I really don't care, Nikki. I don't care about you, Cherry B. And the rest of the damn gang of retards out there that continue to do exactly what it is, and you smile at these people while killing their kids. I'm not joining the team, dude. I think they figured that out a long time ago. They're like, this guy, he won't take funding. He doesn't take the moves. He's not signing on with the Republican Party. He's not signing on with the Democratic Party. He's doing whatever he... No, I'm fucking Nevadan, bro. You haven't figured that shit out first, that I am Nevada first and America only. And if you haven't, you need to wake up. I don't know what you're watching, who you thought I was. I told you. I told you exactly who I was. I told you I was coming for you inside your county commission. I said I would come for you at city council. I said I would come for executives, legislators. I would come for every one of you. Why? Because you think you're above it. You are elected and appointed by the people. Nevadans. I don't know where you got it twisted in your mind that you're elected and appointed by your damn self and the millions of dollars that you lobby inside of these 501c4 and nonprofit goofed-ass organizations and church arms where you, I don't know, where you lie, where you literally twist and manipulate people of faith to bring them along so that you can have them vote for your bullshit only to be 60 days in past a primary election and go, damn, we chose the wrong people. I literally have people posting those posts that say we should have voted for Winterhawk. It's too late now. It's too late. I'm not jaded. We're in this shit together. Me and the rest of the Nevadans, 3.5, almost 4 million of them. We're all together. For sure. I may have some that don't like my approach. They don't like my confidence. They don't like anything about me. But they know damn well what I'm saying is correct. Point blank end. The end. I don't have to debate it anymore. Matter of fact, if they wanted to debate me, the pussies, cowards, would have gotten on the stage with me in the 15 plus months that I was running around this place. But they didn't. Because Aaron Ford and Joe Lombardo and the rest of the entire people that ran for office would never step into a circle with me. Ever. There's many rooms inside of 17 counties I walked alone. Right there with my family. My 2 kids and my wife. Not afraid, because I had Nevada behind me. Even those who condemned me didn't know they were behind me. They were. Even today, they're behind me. Even when they troll and they pull the nonsense, they don't know. That's fine. I'm not going to stop working for Nevadans, no matter how many of them naysay, run their mouths, stalk, are nasty to me. I can be nasty too. We can respond in kind. Many of you have found that out, that I'm not someone to be pushed. And if you want to sign a waiver, I'll put gloves on tomorrow. Because not only will I fight with this in Nevada, boy, I will give you CTE tomorrow. Legally. Sign the damn waiver, and I will rock your world. Do you understand that? There's not a person in this state that I would not put the damn gloves on with. Sign a waiver, I'll get in there, and I'll beat your ass on behalf of Nevada, then I'll beat your ass in court, then I'll beat your ass civically. You understand? I am a fighter. That is not changing. And you have awakened something in me that needed to be awakened in every Nevadan in this state, which is you will not walk on me. Do not tread on me, sir, ma'am. I am a Nevadan. This was built out of civil war, out of battle-born intent. I chose to represent this state. I chose to call this place home. Many of you were born here, and that's great too. For the ones that own the responsibility, the accountability, and understand exactly what we're up against, how the hell the entire government is compromised against its people. Do you want to act like it's not? Is it because you're afraid or because you're benefiting? Which of your family members is employed by one of them, or elected or appointed? Because that is the only people I see benefiting in this state. Elected, appointed, and direct family member benefit or friend benefit or investment benefit. Insider stuff. Oh no, don't call it nepotism, because they'll defend that to the tooth. It's not nepotism. Okay, it's insiders. It's good old boys. It's a club, and you ain't in it. George Carlin talked about it. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. So, Lyon County is preparing for July 14th planning meeting involving PLZ 2026-041. That is the planning meeting. That meeting cannot be viewed in isolation as if it's the only one, because residents deserve a complete timeline of what was already approved before that, right? I gave you that. But then everywhere that I posted those things, you allowed a city councilman who's got soft feelings and a city manager who also has soft feelings to remove my right to speech. And my right to speech was to inform you of exactly the moves in which they were doing, because they were upset that I told a fat, nasty lady that she was fat and nasty. Matter of fact, I have no problems calling somebody fat and nasty when they're fat and nasty. And that lady had been harassing me for 15 months in comment sections. And finally, I was like, you know what, chubby butt, I hope you do pass on, because then I don't have to argue with you anymore. Like I said, I'm not here to be anyone's friend. I am here to fight like hell and bring hell with me when I do fight against these demons. And I'll be utilizing information, documentation, legislation, and litigation. Do you know how all these jackasses inside of a county are telling you they need to go back to legislate to get this stuff protect you? No. That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's statewide control. Look at the state and legislators as if it was the federal government overseeing the contingent United States. Now, if you want to have everyone legislated the same way, aka appropriated the same way as Clark and Washoe, well then go ahead and allow them to legislate for it. But if you would like to be ruled individually, then you might want to get your county commissioners and or city council to get off their fucking ass and do their job. Yeah, how about that? That's whose job it is to rule. Regulation, zoning, planning, writing up that shit. They got all these people, hired hands, making 6- and 7-figure salaries. They got them all in procurement and vendor adjustments. Everybody's buying and purchasing and doing all shit. Oh boy, look at all these people making these money. Public works, shit's just boop, spinning. Doop, doodle, doot, doot, doot. The fucking circus never stops. But the fact of the matter is, that's all it is. A circus. A shit show. Spinning the same damn story that it's been spinning, and then every time something new comes along, they're like, oh, let's get some of that money. Then they go back to the circus. Oh, let's get some of that money. Back to the circus. You know who doesn't get money? Nevadans. No, they get stuck with consequences from mining, from agriculture, from every damn experiment that these jackasses that are spinning the circus over here. They're collecting your coins, smacking the shit out of your Sonic, and your rings are going everywhere, and you don't even understand. You're like, what's that noise? Must be the data center humming in my ears. Why can't you get it? Why the fuck do you fight me? I think I'm at the end of my rope when it comes to why do people fight me? Because they're insulted? Fucking be insulted. If you're dumb, accept it. Bro, I was fat once. I accepted that shit and I changed it. See how you change things? If you feel dumb or you feel ignorant when someone else talks, educate yourself. If you feel out of place if somebody talks about fitness and health and you're like, oh, well, I'm fat and shit. Well, fucking do something about that, bro. Don't be mad at the person who's not fat. Don't be mad at the person who's not unintelligent and or ignorant because they've taken the time to educate, research, and make themselves more intelligent. These are things that you can change, ladies. The old dog can learn new tricks, man. And most of you motherfuckers are not even old. You're not old. You think you're old. Where are you old at? You're old in your mind. I don't know. I really want to be able to be nice to everybody, but the niceness is wearing off because I don't have time, and neither do the 17 counties to turn around and continue the lessons of which they did not get taught in school, bro. You didn't understand that your legislators legislating means all 17 counties must adhere, just the same as if they don't write the laws before the federal government, then the supremacy clause and the control of the federal government supersedes. Huh? What's that mean? That means that you didn't have to create a constitutional amendment, Joe Lombardo and the rest of the people who wanted to vote for Joe Lombardo for girls and boys not to be in the same sports because Title IX already existed, which means they wrote the precedent. They set precedent. Therefore, supremacy had been established by the federal government ruling. You don't get to make a law. But they got you to vote for them to, oh, we're going to get boys then across sports, man. We're going to constitutionally amend it. Guess what? You can also still get abortions, but you know what the question is is to amend our Constitution to allow them to have abortions constitutionally. Well, guess what? If your counties wanted to go rule against that and or your city said they weren't around, then they would go against it before they'd even get it constitutionally amended because the city can override in its own municipality and where it's been established. And the county can override in its freaking established jurisdiction. That is why there are things called jurisdiction. Have you heard of that? Jurisdiction. Maybe recently you've heard of something about being of the jurisdiction within the, I don't know, birthright citizenship laws? What jurisdiction were you in? Were you in federal jurisdiction, state jurisdiction, county jurisdiction, city jurisdiction, township jurisdiction? Yeah. I don't know. Who got you? Was it town? Was it city? Was it county? Was it state? Was it federal? Or did you know that all of those things exist? And if you didn't, I'm not here to placate and or what is the word? Oh man. I'm not here to condescend. There you go. I couldn't think of the word for some reason. I'm not here to condescend to you. What I am here to do is say that I've spent a great deal of time, and I'm not here to insult you. But if you feel insulted, please, by all means, do the due diligence to look up the fact and contest that. Do not come at me with dumb stuff and no information and just wanting to combat me, because I'm not here to fight you. I'm not here to fight anybody that's a Nevadan. Get that? But I will fight somebody literally, litigiously, legislatively, with the facts, with the paperwork, with the processes, and informing and educating and making us the most informed and the most educated, civically engaged society inside of one state, right? Become the model. Set the tone. We won't have to worry about anything because the elected and appointed officials are ultimately ruled by who? Us. We, the people. People like to say that. I'm trying to explain how the hell you do it. There are revised statutes for everything. Not just the water that we were going on over here, and I'm talking about that situation with Coyote Springs. I'm not talking about just that. There is an entire code that you can govern the government with. And I know that you're busy, you're tired, everyone's done. Oh, but I want to know exactly why it is that everyone is defending commissioners, defending city council, defending managers, defending people that you know are elected and appointed that for over a decade had you sold out and have continued to push and move this along based on federal agreements, right? Do you know which agreements I'm talking about with the advancement of AI? Do you? If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But there were two. And it's important to mention both of them because a lot of people like to say, well, you're president. And then the other side, you're president. But the fact of the matter is it was both sides of the fence, and it's both sides of the aisle when it comes to politically at your legislative level inside your state as well. Compromised, right? They've got a deal. Here's my nifty post. If you ever want to check out my stuff, please. Oh, good Lord, I'm going to share this.
Church where someone named God.
What is this?
This is the church where someone named God lives.
Just got to share
Who's
it.
God?
It's a bit confusing. God is a shepherd.
So he could be our shepherd?
No, because he's also a lamb.
What?
And he's also invisible. And he's made of bread. And he dams things.
Dams things. Like a beaver?
Yes,
So God is a big invisible lamb beaver made of bread?
yes. And they eat him on Sundays.
Poor God.
Poor guy. All right, I digress. All right, as we move on here with my ADD and ADHD that I'm portraying, the reality of understanding.
That's why
Wow, why can I not?
I said Clark County
Let me
Commission.
just make sure I mute that so when I roll past it doesn't keep talking. For you to understand that these people that are supposed to be working for you are working against you, the elected, the appointed officials, they're there to serve you, and yet they're delivering news at the end and leaving you in the dark when there are literal rules to it. Look at all this stuff. We've been so busy. Anybody else out there? I see that there are 5 people viewing, but I don't see the chat. It's probably on Instagram. Let me see. What's up, Raven Barola and Air Muth? Muth? Air Muth? It's like Chuck Muth? Air Muth. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, there's the healthcare access that I was mentioning earlier. There was a post that was July 3rd. Not too many. There's the Nevada schools are failing, talking about the 6-figure salaries and bureaucratic efforts that came in. You know what they always do is much like, see this situation here? Schools are failing. Like I said, I keep getting off track because I have too many posts. But the schools are failing. They know they're failing. And then they go out to you and they show like sad kids, oh, uneducated, sad, they need things. And then they file it for the legislative effort, and then they get more funding. And then the funding goes to this fat bastard named Bob the bureaucrat, who's hired as a CFO for 6 figures with a gas card and a car, a company vehicle, to drive back and forth while teachers are getting churned at $60,000 salaries. Come on. Why are schools failing? This is not a mystery, ladies and gentlemen. It is very easy. If you would allow me stage and air for 17 counties like a Batman post, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All 17 counties have the exact same problems because they've hired people that are unskilled and do not have the qualifications and or lack the qualifications for the job at which they were elected and or appointed for. They hire their friends and or their college fraternity buddies, their investment friends, and they make sure that they have land development deals, nonprofit organization agreements, and non-governmental organizations, as well as vendor and procurement. And do you want me to really break it down to you how compromised we are? It really is bad. It's extremely bad. Oh, nauseating, this country right now, especially my state where it's like we have more power without being elected than we do being elected. Oh, look, Boys and Girls Club. There's thousands of dollars in a discrepancy because a sitting councilman named Nick Beaton works for a nonprofit that appears to have business, funding, event, or service relationships with the city. Isn't that wild? Night in the country would be one of those agreements. That does not automatically mean wrongdoing, but it absolutely requires disclosure, transparency, and possibly the recusal on votes and funding. The public has a right to see every agenda item and vote because at this point, this was just like one of the findings from there, by the way. Would you like to see what they said? Would you like to see what they said about the boys and girls? Section 2, financial statement findings. Section 3, federal award findings and question cause. Failure to properly record the corrected amount federal grant. Ooh, violation. The incorrect amount of expenditures was recorded. Ooh, number 2, failure to meet the filing deadline in data collection form. Significant deficiency. Like this, shut up. This is exactly where I'm at with these fools. That would just take me 1 second to find that, by the way. If anybody knows who this big O guy is there. We talked about that guy this week. I forgot where we were going. I get kind of sidetracked here because here's the thing. There's so much going on in 1 week that I can't really stay on top of everything. And I'm doing my best to. By the way, I got taken out of the Urrington room. If you don't see me in the Urrington, Nevada room, it's because that little coward wussy went over there and got me banned from the room. And apparently, what is her name? Doesn't matter. She manages that room, so she pulled me out of the room. At first, I didn't think she was going to. I thought she was going to honor the free speech thing. She did not. And it was a public room, by the way, which makes it even worse. It wasn't like privately for Urrington. It was a Urrington, Nevada room. Crazy. We got a lot of stuff going on, folks. The phone lines are open for you to call in. I'm just here. I'm going to continue to vent because there's a lot going on. It's not just some small thing, you know. You guys need to be able to be in charge of what is going on in your town, your city, your county, and what is being reactionary right now with people having to like show up at the last moment. And you're, dude, I want to say how this 14th meeting is going to go. If they do anything, which I don't believe they will, I believe they'll just put a pause in it. They'll let you all go in there. They'll get frustrated. Everyone will be on high alert inside that room for that meeting inside of Lyon County. And then at the end, they will not do anything or move it forward. They'll say, let's pause. We're going to talk about it. And then they'll reschedule within 7 to 14 days or even 30 days. However long it takes within that time, they will bring it back. You will not hear about it, and they will vote it through. They've done this to every other commission inside this state. It's like, I know they can be there at this planning and zoning commission, and they got the media, and they got all this going, so we'll do this for performative because we got elections coming up, so these people want to look good, right? Same thing that Reno City Council did. Oh, we passed the moratorium till 2027. Except that everything's already been approved. Like I said, 74 of them are in construction or development and or already there, or the projects exist, and people are looking at the data center or data center, however it is you want to say it, tomato, tomato, as if it's the only thing. You're not looking at the gas lines being piped in to run the burners that are jet turbine burners to create electricity to support the facility. They're going to be blowing off gas. And then there's diesel backup ones of those that aren't piped in that are also blowing off emissions to keep the facilities running. And then there's geothermal projects going in 5 different places that are going to blow out your wells. And the well owners are going to have a loss and probably be connected to municipal water, just like they did in many other I don't know why I say like that, municipal water sources, just like they did in other cities. They'll put in ordinances so that you can't rebuild your wells or maybe only your well head. And then eventually you'll just be forced to be on municipal, which frees up the water usage for them to do exactly what they've been doing in these counties in the first place. They did it with mines and agriculture. You're seeing a lot of weird movements going on right now. There was a news story released this week about someone being flagged. I think it was the Independent, and it's being hit with fines, and it was the Tibble's family, I believe, and attached to this Libra Solar or something. Libra Solar, Urington. Let's see. Libra, there it is. Devesa, developer of massive Nevada solar plant used water illegally, regulators say. And you get into this and you start looking at send a letter to Homestretch Geothermal LLC and Libra Solar LLC are requiring to immediately cease and desist. You know what's funny? Is nowadays reading a lot of these articles and going back over them. Good for Amy Alonso here and somebody throwing this out for the state and for Urington. Ugh. But I'm going to tell you this. Look here, Libra Solar has developed SB Energy would be the largest solar battery storage project. Nevada is estimated would generate enough power to up to 212,000 households. The project was originally approved under President Joe Biden's administration, frozen several months by Trump. In December, the Bureau of Land Management authorized revisions for the project to allow it to proceed. So like this is just one of many of these different projects, an energy project, geothermal, solar, diesel, the natural gas pipeline generators as well. And geothermal flash depends on what they're doing, but most of those are injections. So they have a container. I say container, it's pretty massive, and inside there's like a radiator with extremely hot water, right, coming up that they've drilled down and they've brought up. And then on the outside is just water that's just slightly cold enough to cause flash and or steam, and it's just immersed and smashed against this, which continues to get. You ever like put cold water on something hot and you just kind of watch it flash? That's the flash that creates the geothermal to then push the gas and pressure through, which turns the turbine and then generates their electricity. There you go. That's how that shit works. But the problem with that is the injection of it back down, injection wells and pool wells. That's where it's like almost like fracking. And if it's put into an area where it's close to having a lot of residential wells, which they're doing in Nye County, and they are doing right now, again, in Urington, I believe, or that area towards the Churchill expansion, and then in Fallon. So 3 different projects that I know of, we're going to be losing well and well owners. And the stuff that's not being established, those worries and fears are just secondary to the amount of things that are going on at one time. Like, there's so much. I wish it was just one thing. This thing's frustrating to me right now. This Nevada's night in the country. 6.6 thousand followers that don't know they're supporting backward dealings for water rights to be taken, while at the same time money's supposed to be taken in for a facility that is providing 6-figure salaries for people and then subpar treatment and or impact and outcome for the people in which obviously the entire thing exists for. Too often that I've been doing investigation into what these people call non-profit organizations, they're not non-profit, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there's always some fat 6, even sometimes 7-figure salaries, and then they got board members and investors across that, and then there's always multiple, and then they have properties, and all these things get tied together, and you're like, it starts being very clear that this non-profit is very profitable for some people. And then you look at them, and they're like, well, how do you know anything about that, Winterhawk? I run a nonprofit. Yeah, it doesn't profit. There's no profitability in sending out, like, look, this is what I deal with. Look, I get these kits, and then I get a request, and then this is like for a school, and then I turn that school and I turn that request into an outpour to deliver a kit to them. You want to see what that kit is? It's so cool. I'll show you the physical one. I'll pick one up for in just a second. I'll show you. But this is what, like, this is what real nonprofit organizations look like, where it's me, my wife, and my 2 kids doing all the work. And if you were to go to this transparency side here, you could see how much money has actually been, and we're a full 501c3, by the way. Why do I know nonprofit work? Because I deal with it. I just filed my other postcard. This is what we've taken in, a little over $802 in contributions, and that was recent. But how much I put in? $272,000 in volunteer time and work, which I track. I've got the bank account on record. Everything. I just ordered new shipping boxes. You see this? That's out of my pocket. It doesn't even exist for the organization. That's called sweat equity into an organization to be able to deliver for people. And how many kids and clients do I serve? Over 10,000 in 13 different locations across the United States. See, the thing is that people always have underestimated me for what I'm doing in the background and or what I understand. They're like, oh, this all must be this way or that way. It's like, nah, dude. I genuinely care a great deal about kids, about education, about water, about land, and I understand business. I understand those government offices. I would never have ran for governor if I didn't understand how to do the job and faithfully execute that on behalf of 17 counties. There's a reason why I have a plaque with my name on it endorsed by veterans. Because they knew I was the best choice for this state. And that's fine that I didn't win an election. I'm not here for a title. I can do better work without even being elected. But here's the thing. I'm going to keep doing the work, just like we're doing right now. I'm informing people, I'm educating them, I'm teaching them about their area, their tools, the civic responses they have, the things they can file, how to get to meetings remotely, in person, how to respond, how to write public comment, how to be engaged, how to... It's my job. Service doesn't end or begin with an election. Somebody thought it did. They're kind of silly, though. Just remember, I provided this open pathway here for people to jump up. You can call in. You could have been anonymous. You could have told anything to anyone. But here's the thing. You're relying on people to be honest with you, and you elected and appointed them, and you know things haven't gone right your entire lifetime. I'm 43 years old. They haven't gone right for me or any of my neighbors. Outside of people that I know are already benefiting, and they've, I've got some honest people inside of some offices. Let me tell you that. The type of conversations like, Winterhawk, I know everything you're saying is right, but it's, my family, my kids, my cousin, my friend, my investments. I know, Winterhawk, but, yeah, there's a whole lot of but out there. And it comes from all these offices. But I want to get into that section right here that we were talking about earlier, which was the story with Coyote Springs, because that thing hits home to me. It's really, I drive past it 1,000 times if I've driven past it one time. And every time I see it, I'm like, damn, what a waste of this crap. Sit right here trying to build all these damn homes, knowing full well they were going to cause issues with waterways, and then now where we are right now. They were looking to protect senior rights, Muddy River, the Moapa Das, but nobody wanted to pay attention to that. And I did. And I got to know this water system very well. More than 232 basins. And I learned each and every one of them. And I learned about water efficiency and perennial yield and discharge and snowpack and understanding surface water and streams and, well, hell, there's a... did you know what a rill was? I didn't know what a rill was, but I heard it in a song 1,000,000 times. Out by Truckie's Silvery Rills. Did you know that? Yeah. So I spent a great deal trying to understand exactly where it was, because if I was going to go in there and defend people on something, I'd have to be able to speak intelligently on it and understand it. I had to know what an acre foot was of water. I had to know what a water engineer was. I had to know what a GID or a General Improvement District was. I had to understand what the Bureau of Reclamation, the Bureau of Land Management. There are many things that went into being ready to defend and work on behalf of somebody in service and genuinely do the work. I mean, it's a $144,000 a year job. It's great pay. But the amount of responsibility that comes with it is next level if you're actually doing the job, which for me, 43 years, these people have not been doing their job. Any of them could be pulled out by any day for dereliction of their duty. They don't do the job. That's just a fact. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I know it. I don't know. The water does not belong to the highest bidder, and it's frustrating to me because right now you could see that that's what it is. And Nevada can't keep treating the water as critically limited in drought situations, and you conserve and tear out your grass, and all the trees die in Las Vegas and Washoe and the different things that they were doing with water prior, and then also limit it to the people, us, the public, who is literally on. What did I just show you, right? Didn't it say there was the? It's like the thing. It's the thing, you know, the thing. The thing and the thing, right here. Right here. The water of all sources of water supply within the boundaries of the state, whether above or beneath the surface of the ground, belong to the public. I'm not going to argue with that. Why the hell are they arguing with that? Is that about the dumbest damn thing you could ever argue with? It is the law. But for some reason, they act like it's endlessly available, depending on who is requesting it. Well, Nevadans can't drink data centers, and we can't drink their agriculture. Residents are told to conserve. Farmers are getting blamed, and they're overusing. You just don't know how bad farmers are. You don't know how bad ranchers are. Actually, I've met quite a few of them, and they're not bad. If anything, they're conserving. And the farmers are blamed. The ranchers are threatened. Domestic well owners are warned about groundwater levels that are declining and how they might not be able to just switch over to municipal. Get rid of your well. Why in the hell would you give up your well? Treat your well. If you have a well right now, don't get rid of your well. Get it treated, get it proper, and protect your sources around you so that you don't have to then find out that your table gets depleted and you have to drill further to the next table of water because a corporation is over appropriating using it for theirs, or a golf course, or a Middle Eastern alfalfa Saudi Arabia farm who is cropping and using all the water and then sends all the product overseas, which does happen, by the way. So here's the thing. These enormous projects are arriving. Suddenly the government officials are discussing new pipelines, transfers, cooling pipelines, gas pipelines, electrical grid, new systems, industrial supplies for them, and creative interpretations of every existing water right that is out there that has been overappropriated for I don't know how many years, like every year forever. I put it up there. Did you think this thing was a joke? Go look at that. Every one of these projects that they have, whether it's a solar, a battery, or otherwise, they put it in an overappropriated basin, and that was a 2023 status, by the way. They don't have anything better than this. They have nothing better than the report that Adam Sullivan put out in 2023. Don't let them tell you they do. They're lying. At this point, it's not ignorance. It is decision. Absolutely decision. It is getting to be. The contradiction is the heart of this fight right there, right? We either do have water or we don't have water. And if we don't have water, then it goes to the people. That is the law. That's the law. That's the heart of this fight. If we don't have water, curtail. Fantastic. Curtail. Let us know. Conserve. Fantastic. No data centers. All done, right? Get them out. Done. We don't have water. Or do we have water? We just don't have water for people? Well, then I have a problem with that because the law states that the water belongs to the public. And why do I have to contend with issues like that? Once again, we'll go back here because it's my favorite thing ever. To use their own offices and their own documents against them. Nevada Revised Statute 533.025. I want you to get familiar with that because when they start talking about data center, I want you to go 533.025. And they go, what? What is that? The same way that someone tells you your rights when you're doing like an audit. We need to start auditing commissioners, auditing city council, auditing legislators, Do you know what your job is? Do you know Nevada's revised statutes and what you are supposed to like? We have executives right now that are not enforcing the law. That is their only effing job. Attorney General Aaron Ford, gone. What's he doing? Who knows? Campaigning? Too busy campaigning while he's supposed to be working, right? There are literal moves that have been happening a decade in advance, making everything a reactionary thing. Criminalizing people that are showing up and expressing how betrayed they feel from the obfuscation and omittance by their own elected and appointed officials who have literally led them down a path of where they're like, it's too late, guys. Sorry, guys, it's too late. Sorry, guys, it's too late. Too late? Excuse me? Without any tribal review? And then they go, oh, well, federal, Donald Trump, executive. This is a state. This is a county. This is a city. This is not federal government. There is no precedent set. Yes, they allowed fast tracking through your environmental department, and they fast tracked through BLM and BOR, but they were supposed to use Superfund and Brownville sites, which they did not. Nope. It's not what they're doing, man. They're using little bitty quotes here and there to defend their derelict actions, their malfeasance, their conflict of interest that they didn't recuse themselves from on votes and appropriations and findings. Nevada's water belongs to the public under the structure of state law. Water rights are authorized use. That's it. They do not transform the resource into a private corporate property. That's not how the hell it happens. And they're like, well, we've got the water rights. I'm like, who has the water rights? Blah, 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 LLC. Cool. Fucking done. You don't have water rights. Done. But the problem is, in order for that to go through, you would have to have an order from a state water engineer. Guess who's not getting that? He's too busy suing us to pay himself back for his loss in investment on counting chickens before they hatched and or counting gallons before sustainable attribution, or it could actually fruit and actually come to something of fruition. But now all you Nevadans will pay, damn it. That's what Lombardo says, Hutchinson, Joe Cacioppo, RCI, Coyote Springs development of 160,000 effing homes. They promised us, man. You gonna pay it back. You can't promise waters to a corporation, you SOB. The water belongs to the public. Say it with me. The water belongs to the public. A data center does not become the public. Okay? A battery in a solar project does not become the public. They never do, they never will. It's never going to happen, and I'm not going to have it happen. Ever. A golf course is not a household. A decorative water feature and fountain is not a family's domestic well. A corporation storing information for customers around the world does not automatically outrank the Nevadans that already live in these basins and rely on these resources. We're also watching that. Like I said, Coyote Springs litigation and the relationship surrounding Nevada's water leadership, because the public deserves confidence that the water decisions that are being made independently, transparently, are without privileged access to them, right? Well, if you do this, then you can get the water rights. I don't have to get water rights. It's my water. It's your water. It's our water. It's the public's water. Having to argue that out right now is ridiculous. It's not worth it. We don't have to invent misconduct. It means literally just follow the people, the appointments, the campaign relationships, the legal arguments, the financial interests through the public record, which we have. How many times can we show that the contributions, look, for instance, let's just go to recent things. We are going to right now, I'm going to say here, switch, expansion, not expansion pack. Switch, expansion, data center. Okay? Voted unanimously, approved by zoning commission. Okay? See this? That's them. They voted. Unanimous means all of them. That means 7 out of 7 commissioners, right? Fantastic. Data center expansions unanimously approved. Now, let's go to Aurora. Contributions. Nevada. This is called Aurora. which is Nevada's contributions website. Political contributions must be registered here. Do you see this thing says individual? Click that thing and go to contribution and type right here. Watch, switch. It's really easy. You just type switch. And then you hit right here and you want to flip this date because they've been doing this since 2015. If you look at that, it's really going to piss you off how far back these contributions go and how many damn different legislative efforts they've all voted on, did not recuse, and straight right here, every effing one of them is on record. Marilyn Kirkpatrick, you are guilty. This is criminal 100%. Criminal. This says move past ethical violation. I am showing criminal. Do you understand that? That's criminal. That's when you step past ethical violation into a crime, which means you and the rest of these people on this list are not above it. Do you understand that? You're not above it. This is something where they should be bringing the entire federal effing government down here to show exactly how Aaron Ford, Adam Laxalt, Alexis Hill, Alexis Hansen, Alvin Kramer, Amber Joyner, Andrew Diss. You could go through this name all day. Carrie Buck, you're guilty of criminal activity, crimes against Nevadans. Receiving funds from a data center while then turning around and legislating on a bill on behalf of them. Every one of these people, Heidi Kasama, Settlemeyer, James Arnold Settlemeyer, every one of these is guilty. They did not recuse. They did not state their conflicts of interest. They did not state that they... Gregory Tim Hafen II. So if you're in Nye County, there you go. Hillary Shivey. Hello, that's Reno City Council. Irene Bustamante Adams. That's Clark County School District School Board. And now I believe she's either running back for the board or she might have been a regent at one point. Settlemeyer. That's Division of Conservancy and Resources, who then turn around and approve them to be able to have their damn data centers inside of those areas and allow them to go past and tap into. Come on. Do I have to spell it out for you? Everyone. Democrats wanted it. Republicans wanted it. Their names are on it. It is criminal violations against Nevadans. Your city council, your commissioners have done it. Your planning, your zoning. If it's not in contributions, it's in land development agreements. They bought the land and or had BLM or BOR dispose of land to them so they could sell it to a data center at $1 million an acre or anywhere from $28,000 to $200,000 per acre, which they were buying for pennies. Wake up! This is your wake-up call. This is your show up to the next meeting call. This is your I'm not effing around. Winterhawk just showed me that every person in legislature for the last 15 years is compromised by data centers, agreements with billionaire corporations, and has appropriated by design, willfully, with intent to not zone properly, to not plan properly, to not write ordinances, to not protect Nevadans' water, to not protect Nevadans as a whole, to literally roll out the red carpet to these bastards to carve you up and leave you there. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Stop defending the damn people that you got and you voted in. I'm sorry that they duped you. I'm sorry that Joe Hardy, that Jim Wheeler, that Jill Tolas, that Jill Dickman, that Jason Patchett, that John Hambrick, that John Ellison, that John Steinbeck, that Joseph Lombardo, that Julian Carmona, that Justin Jones, that Justin Watkins, that Kate Marshall, that Kathleen Marie Taylor, that Kelvin, that Keith Pickard, that Christopher Allen Dyer, that Lawrence Leonard Brown, that Lawrence Weekly, that Lead Forward PAC, which supports many different people. Every one of these, Leslie Cohen, Leslie Romanov, Leslie Kano Burkett. It goes on and on and on and on and on. You know, let me put on the perfect song for another poor soul that just lost. Oliver Tree. On and on. On and on and on and on and on. Life goes on and on. Let's get past to that, okay? Because that's where I am right now with being able to explain to you how many of these people that you voted in, that you just voted for right now, that literally lied to your damn face for 15 years. Though, what is data center? Huh? Because the fact of the matter is that they knew. And it is going on and on and on and on and on. Just like this song. Lisa Kano Burkhead. Let's keep it going here. Lisa Cole, Lisa Krasner, Lloyd Scott Black, Maggie Carlton, Marco Hernandez. Matter of fact, let me stop that so they can't hit me with some copyright BS and silence my video. Lisa Krasner, Lloyd Scott Black, Maggie Carlton, Marco Hernandez, Marilyn Dondero Loop, Marilyn Kirkpatrick. Oh boy, look at all them. Hold on, let me pull it back up so you see what I'm seeing. These are all contributions from Switch Data Center, from 20 shit. Let's go all the way back. What was the first contribution that came into this son of a guns here? Let's go. It was February 19th, 2014, and the first contribution was to Irene Bustamante Adams, and then Hillary Shivey, then James William Healy, then James Frierson, then Michael Roberson, who also wrote the Roberson right here. Look, 2014. I want you to pay attention. 2014, Michael Roberson got donations of $5,000 from Switch. Okay, I want you to pay attention to that dates. October 10th, 2014, $5,000 was donated to Michael Robeson. And then we'll go over here to this beautiful thing called the Nevada Electronic Legislative Information System. And it states that when was this damn bill introduced? Overview of this bill being introduced right here. The very first was, let's go back, February 17th, 2015. Who introduced this bill? Well, it was Michael Roberson. Michael Roberson, who was donated to by Switch October 10th, 2014, months before he was elected, and then allowed to legislate on behalf alongside who else sold you out that you elected? Right there, Senate bill. Michael Roberson, Aaron Ford, Mark Lipparelli, Becky Harris, Assemblywoman sitting right now, Clark County Commissioner Marilyn, cockeyed, crooked-faced Patrick. Lady, I got you, dead to rights. Assemblyman John Hambrick. Votes. Out of 42 people that were supposed to be guarding Nevadans, they rang the damn dinner bell. 36 of them. Let's just get the list of ones that did it. There you go, 36 of them. And the list is Elliot Anderson, Paul Anderson, Nelson Arujo, Derek Armstrong, Teresa Benitez Thompson, Irene Bustamante Adams, Maggie Carlton, Richard Carrillo, Olivia Diaz, Jill Dickman, Chris Edwards, John Ellison, Michelle Fiore, Edgar Flores, David Gardner, John Hambrick, Ira Hansen, Pat Hickey, Amber Joyner, Marilyn Kirkpatrick, Randy Kirkner, Harvey Munford, Dina Neal, Irvin Nelson, James Orenshaw, Philip P.K. O'Neill, James Oscarson, Victoria Seaman, Stephen Silvercross, Ellen Spiegel, Michael Sprinkle, Lynn Stewart, Heidi Swank, Tyrone Thompson, Jim Wheeler, and Woodbury, a.k.a. Melissa Woodbury. There you go. 36 people that sold you out in 2015 when they took money from Switch in 2014. Criminal. Not ethical. Criminal violations, ladies and gentlemen. Criminal. Their families, their benefit, their lives stood to benefit. Go back here. We'll go 2014. Every person on that list up to the point that legislative efforts were there. Nevada Jobs, Debbie Smith, Patricia Kirkpatrick, Don Gustafson, Armstrong, Brower, Adam Laxalt, Christopher Edwards. Go through here. Literally. Criminal violations against Nevadans. What is this SB 170, Winterhawk? Oh, what is the SB 170? Well, it's the tax abatements that became 75% abatement for 10 years or 20 years and 2% tax cap that the Governor's Office of Economic Development, a.k.a. Joe Lombardo's current office right now, that is enforcing that. Oh, and also many different things. Oh my God, there's so many things. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand I'm here for you. Fight me if you will. Get mad at me because your brother's cousin, sister is involved with these, I don't know, reptile demons that want to steal the state of Nevada from you and carve it up and at the behest of you and subsidize billionaires, corporations to build data centers and whatever else, solar, battery, geothermal projects, upload the Greenlink project, or maybe you want to go down to Gridliance, or maybe there's a Valley Electric who's buying somebody else's and reselling it to you at an up cost, and they don't even have any power of their own to sell, but they're buying and switching hands of third-party labeled companies while also simultaneously. Come on. Which thing? There's too many. There are too many things going on inside of here for me to literally pay attention by myself. Get in, join the team, get on the boat where it shows you how these people right here, this is Switch, that's just one data center. This is only one. You have to pull the rest of the LLCs to understand how many damn LLCs have been doing this. If I go Switch LTD and I look at the PO box and I go, look, there's this thing that says similar address, and it's going to be the exact same address, $2,816,104 that have been given to your councilmen, congressmen, elected officials to sell you out since 2000, and I think it was 11 was the first date I saw. Rob Roy to the Sandoval Inaugural Committee PAC. 2012 is when this started. Rob Roy. Rob Roy and Sandoval is where all of this started. And then you go down and you will say SuperNap. Oh, that's a part of Switch. But then you go and you can see all the contributions. Oh, Sandra Howdigi. Wait, but I thought the Democrats were with you against the data centers. They're not. Oh, let's go down here. Oh, no. Kirkpatrick. Onar. Krasner. Onar. Flores. See? It's everyone. This is what I want people to get. They're out there fighting each other like, oh, the Dems, man. It's the Republicans. Oh, it's the red. It's the blue. No. It's people in power, elected and appointed, holding themselves, their family members, their 501c3, their non-governmental organizations, their vendor procurements, or their agreements with the city, the state, the county, where they're getting paid somewhere to provide a service or provide something. They might be, they're a consultant, or they're selling napkins to the entire city. They're providing their construction for every one of these calls or that call, and they're always the one that wins the bid somehow, some mysterious magic way of all the thousands of people that are there to bid on it. Matter of fact, there was a bid inside of Clark County that got turned down that was $874,000 cheaper than the other bid because of the way that they didn't like the way it was filed. Basically, what had happened is they found a way to include all their homies in that other bid, which was $874,000 inflated. Hey, we've got a call. Let's see who wants to call in here and say what. You never know. You never know what could be said. Welcome to W4Nevada. This is Matt Winterhawk. How are you doing?
Hey, not too bad. How you doing?
I am chilling. I am over here just looking up, more and more different contributions and compromisation, kind of pointing the lines. What have you got to say today?
Man. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. What have you got to say today? What county, what place are you anonymous?
I'm calling from Dayton, Ohio. I'm studying for my LSATs.
Dayton, Ohio, not Dayton, Nevada?
No. I mean, I'm in Dayton, Ohio right now. That's where I live, but I
that's
used to live
crazy.
in Henderson.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny myself. I'm like, 1849 gold discovery, Dayton? And he's like, no, Ohio. Okay.
No, I'm just taking a break studying for my LSATs. So.
Nice, man. I appreciate you calling in. How are the LSAT studies going? Are you feeling more and more intelligent, or do you feel overwhelmed and stressed by a test that tells you whether you're good or not to be in the school?
I'll set these nuts on your chin.
I'll set. Oh. That was funny, actually. Right on. The funniest thing about that, too, is calling in from Ohio and then, like, the way that they take the time. I'll set these nuts on your chin. Hey, did you know that I have your number even if you didn't want to? Yeah, you're anonymous to them, but if you're going to call in like that, I'm going to remember. Dum-dum. I'm not going to out you to them, but you're definitely right here to me. Silly. Please don't call in like that. Because then I got your number and I got to look you up. We got to see why they say stupid things like that, because that's what I do. The trolls be out in full-fledged. Here's the thing, too. The people that are calling in and doing goofy stuff like that are typically people that, they're living actually in, like what that fool said, Henderson, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. I was like, Dayton, Nevada? Dayton, Ohio. Sounds to me like fool lives in Dayton, Ohio. No, he lives in Dayton. Here we go. Let's go with the second call. The trolls. See if we get an actual call. Welcome to W4Nevada Live.
Yo. Is this Matthew Winterhawk?
It may or may not be.
Dude, that's freaking Awesome, bro. Yeah, I just had a question.
What is the question?
How the heck in freaking hell did you get all your millions of dollars? Where'd that all come from?
My millions and millions of dollars?
Yeah.
I don't have millions of dollars. Did somebody say I have
Oh.
millions of dollars?
Yeah, somebody said you're worth $1 to $9 million.
Damn, that's a hell of a gap too. 1 to 9? They must really be good at
Yeah,
math.
somewhere around that
math.
range. Yeah, I think someone from Israel told me that, my Israeli contact, that you live on 10161 West Park Run Drive, Nevada.
Nope, and I don't live there. And Israel can do whatever Israel needs to do with Israel. That's their problem, not my problem.
Your email is matthew.winterhawk@7processing.com.
That's wrong as well.
Ooh, so all of that information's got to be right then, because that's right. You're a state director?
Oh my goodness, look at this guy. He thinks he's real funny and he's caught something. But here's the thing. I would tell Benjamin Netanyahu that he can swing off D's nuts, and Israel can also do the same, and so could TPUSA and the rest of those organizations, because I do nothing with Israel. You're retarded.
You're about to get fucked on, bro. Dude, I'm with Israel. We're about to fuck on you, bro.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are, bro.
Israel
we
can
have all your
swing
info, bro.
off D's nuts, Mr. Blue
Your phone
Hat
number is-
Hakas. Bro, if we talked about why they make Americans chase down China.
866-518-2216. That's your phone number?
No, it's not. But you can call that number. Definitely harass that person as well.
Are you what are you, an anti-Semitic?
No.
Anti-Semitic?
I am America only and Nevada first. Do those things compute in your brain?
That means you're anti-Semitic.
No, there's no anti-Semitic. It would be Semitic, and there would be also people that were Semitic were Muslims as well. So I don't know what kind of weird confrontation you're trying to get into.
You're a Nazi.
No.
You're a freaking Nazi, aren't you?
No, but it's nice that that's all you have in defense.
Bro. Yeah, you are, dude.
Hey,
Yes,
look,
you
guys,
are.
it's the people that literally won't register themselves as foreign influence that make me laugh the hardest. JFK thought they could get it done. Then you had Charlie Kirk, who apparently was getting in the middle of it as well. That worked out, right?
Yeah. Well, what happens when
Theocracy will never
pull
happen.
all your funding, bro?
The whole Goyim nonsense. Pull what funding? I'm not funded by anybody. What are you talking about?
We're gonna suppress your voice, bro.
Oh, do it. The voice has been suppressed since the presidential election 2024 when I was assisting with the
I
X
know.
account.
I wonder why shit ain't working out for you, bro. We've been watching you for years.
No, I don't know about watching anybody for years. You kind of feel confident in yourself and your ability to do whatever it is you think you're doing. But the problem is you think that I'm Israeli and I'm not.
No, I'm Israeli. You're a Goyim, and we're gonna fuck on you.
No, you're not, dude. You're a joke.
Yeah, we are, bro.
And to
Yeah,
be
'cause
honest,
you're
like you
racist.
sound, how old are you? Like 21 years old? 20?
Like 30 to 34.
Damn, you got a young sounding voice. Well, it's probably because
Yeah.
you're a bitch.
Well, I'm Israeli, so we have.
You are
Better than
Israeli,
you.
but you're
You
in
fucking
my
Goyim.
United States
You
running
nasty,
your mouth.
disgusting Goyim. Yeah.
Well, you'll learn. You'll learn one way or another that all you can ever do is troll from the back. Because
You got an
back up for your
alternate email
paychecks.
called winterhawk87@gmail.
No. What would the 87 refer to? I was born in
I don't know.
1983, you freaking ding dong.
Probably
Your
something
information's horrible.
racist.
But
Probably
what you
something
should do
racist.
is get into my files and dig it all and enjoy. And
We
keep
have your
fabricating.
files. You're
You
a
have
freaking
nothing.
Nazi,
Everything
bro.
that you have
Yeah,
listed
you're a
right now
Nazi.
has
You're
nothing.
a Nazi. You're a
Everything you
Nazi,
listed
bro.
was inaccurate. I would tell you
You're
if
a
it was
nasty-
accurate. I put my
You're a
email out there.
nasty,
I ran a
stinking
political
Nazi.
campaign for nearly 17 months, bro.
I know, and you're a fucking Nazi, bro.
No, you're just a clown because you
No,
over
you're
there
a Nazi.
with your little hat,
You
your
wanna-
big ideas, and your big fucking interest, and you're not going to get it happening. Bro, I'm
You
shutting
think-
down
you believe
everything.
in the-
Like, I will
believe
shut
in
down
the
your
Great
plans in these
Replacement.
17 counties. I will shut down your plans nationally. I will shut down
You
your
have no
plans right next
power.
door. Oh, bro, you think I don't
You
have
have
power.
no
But what I do
power.
have is numbers. And see, that's what you
You got
thought you had
nothing.
with theocracy, and you're built into grabbing on organizations, but you don't. It's a clown-ass... It's a clown. Like,
Did you
honestly,
say I have a big, did you
pale
say I
in
have a big
comparison.
nose?
I said you
say-
are a clowned-ass organization. If you take that as wearing a big nose like a clown, we'll go ahead.
Wow. That was pretty anti-Semitic of you to say that.
Pretty anti-Semitic to say that
Hey,
you have
I say I
a
have a
clown
big
nose?
Jew nose.
No,
Say
I
I have
didn't
a
say
big
that.
Jew
You
nose?
are putting words in your own mouth, which is
No,
funny.
that's what you said.
Typically,
you made
Typically,
a
Israelis do
reference
put their
to-
own foot in their mouth and/or toys from Rabbi Shmuley.
You made a reference. Wow, that's even crazier. Wow,
That's your boy. That's your boy.
Wow, dude.
He's putting out all the good words out there. Everybody loves Israel so much because of Rabbi Shmuley. You guys have great spokespeople. Benjamin Netanyahu, freaking Rabbi Shmuley, Ben Shapiro, just a bunch of losers. They fast talking retards, I guess. I don't know. Keep putting your faith
and what
in
are
it,
you?
though.
And what are you, buddy?
Obviously, I'm still above you, and I'm out here by
You're
myself.
a nasty,
You don't
you're a
understand
nasty
anything.
little goyim. You're going to hell, bro.
Somebody.
You're going to goyim hell, bro.
It's really interesting how offended you are by me.
We're gonna shut your fucking shit down. No wonder you didn't.
You
get
haven't done
elected.
anything. If you're so powerful, why is my stream still up to 10 platforms right now? Good Lord, you're a troll.
Yeah,
and
you're
horrible at
stretching yourself thin. You're stretching yourself thin.
it. Speaking of stretching thin, like that foreskin y'all don't have. Come on now.
Oh my god!
Oh, I got you again.
What is
Damn.
wrong with you,
Little
bro?
hat, big ideas. Little
Oh,
hat,
you're
big
never
ideas.
gonna make it in this fucking town, bro. We're gonna
What town would
suppress
that be?
every. Hey, yeah, Nevada, bro. You ain't making shit.
Nevada's
in Nevada,
a town?
bro.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, you ain't making shit. I don't know, man. I'm in Israel, so I don't know what the fuck y'all got.
No, you're not in Israel.
But I'm
I
gonna
see-
make sure you are. Not
I literally
elected as
have your
nothing.
location, but I'm just not a bitch like you, so I'm not trying to dox or pull your information. Like I have that when you call in here, you punk. Good
Oh
Lord.
yeah. Oh yeah. Say it.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
it then.
Yeah, like say it, dude. Like no, he's like, because I thought I was.
Yeah.
all
Where do I
protected.
live then? Where do I live then?
Didn't realize with my I didn't
Using a
realize
spoof
that.
number. Using a spoof number.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so.
Using a spoof number. I'm literally currently in Israel right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's your buddy? Is it Naftali? Who is it?
We're gonna shut your fucking campaigns down. You're never gonna get elected for shit.
That's what you
Ever.
think. Would you think you have that much power?
Yes, bro.
Do you think you have that much power in America and in the United States and in the
Yes.
state
Yes,
of Nevada?
Goyam. Yes, Goyam. Yes, silly Goyam.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We own everything. We got money in everything.
It's funny that these people come out the woodwork like, I am the ultimate Israeli. I am the one. You don't even sound.
Yeah, I literally work for
What?
them.
For what? For the Israeli? Oh man, the
Yes.
Israeli.com?
Yeah, these Israeli
Oh
government.
man. I work for the Israeli.com.
Your top you have 62 hours. Wait, why do you have 62 hours in Black Myth Wukong?
What the hell? Why do you have that many hours?
Why do you have 46 hours in God of War?
Oh, it's almost like a.
Don't you have a political platform to run?
I did, and I
Why are you
ran
playing? Why are you a
110,000.
grown man playing Sackboy Big
miles.
Adventure for 36 fucking hours?
This guy is literally on my Steam account.
I'm in the IDF. I'm in
You're
the IDF.
not
buddy.
in the IDF, unless it means I don't fucking know shit, because that's what IDF stands for.
What does
because
highly versed mean to you?
99% of what you have said has been nothing.
You're a silly goy. You're just a fucking goy.
I
That's
wish
all
you were
are.
really Israeli, but you're not. And it's so sad to me that there's no actual Israeli arm that does what you do.
You're just a stupid fucking goy,
You just
bro.
lean into that shit so that you can sensationalize news and media, and then everybody out there can be playing the game like Stu and the Hodge twins and the rest of them all playing as if they're fighting
Guess
up
what,
against
buddy?
somebody. Or Jake
Me Too
Shields.
movement?
It's all
Me
a
Too
whole
movement
bunch of-
plan to have a comeback. We're planning a comeback on
what's
the Me Too
what's the
movement.
Me Too movement for you and all your trans
We're doing Me
followers? What do you
Too
mean?
too. We're doing Me Too too. Wow, transphobia too.
Oh,
We're
look,
doing
there
Me
he
Too
goes.
too.
See, there's the difference. See, you start to understand by throwing out the triggers that you can psycho unravel the person who's on the other end of the phone. I
We're
threw
gonna
it out
make
there,
sure that you get Me
and this
Too
person
too.
specifically was triggered by that movement. I throw them out randomly.
We're gonna make sure
within
that
the
you get Me
30-second
Too
intervals,
too.
and this person on the phone has literally lost it by.
You have 26
revealing
hours in
themselves.
Hunter Call the Wild.
This guy has literally not done anything. He's like,
You
oh,
got 26 hours in EA Sports PGA Tour.
You playing video games, guys. Look at this guy. I
How did you play-
I'm in the
How did you play PGA Tour more and longer than Spider-Man Remastered? Are you fucking retarded?
Oh, it's so hilarious. This guy. Do you want to keep going? Do you have anything else?
You play Peggle Deluxe?
You got Peggle Deluxed. And that's for damn sure. The guy that I'm dealing with gets peggled. I played.
Oh, I know I'm dealing with a fucking real retard Goyim when they only got 3 hours in Counter-Strike 2.
Oh, yeah.
What was your
Guys,
top
this
played
is the
game
kind of
again?
calls. It's fun. I hope
Black
it's
Myth
entertaining on a
Wukong?
Friday night.
God of War.
Black Myth,
You like
racist.
you like
Why would you
slop,
say
bro.
that?
You're consuming us. You're consuming goy slop constantly. You're not even playing games with skill or talent involved. You're playing
Are
goy
you
slop games.
Ashkenazi, Sephardic? What type of
I'm
Jewish
Ashkenazi,
are you?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm in the
okay.
IDF.
I don't believe that you are. I think that you're just full of shit, and you're looking at a Steam account because that's all you could
I'm an
find on your
IDF
whack-ass.
operative.
And what is it that you used? Or are you OSINT searching, or are you on Spokio or something? Because here's the thing.
Yeah, we are using
sad boy.
Spokio.
Yeah, well, yeah, because all these different things that you're utilizing are definitely not an IDF tilt. You're just like an average person trolling. So where's the real meat and potatoes of what you want to get done today? Besides, at first you came out attempting to say I was Israeli. Then you found out that I don't give a damn about Israel or anything outside of these borders. So then you switched up and said, oh, well, I know I am Israel and I'm following you. And then
What is your
what's your
what's
point?
highly versed? What's that? What is that hidden YouTube channel?
What is
highly
your
versed.
point? There's no hidden anything. Highly versed. I worked inside cannabis industry from 93 to 2017, allegedly.
You said
How
you
about
worked
that?
in. You said you worked in camps. You said you worked in Holocaust camps.
Cannabis industry. Cannabis industry. The
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
cannabis
just said you
industry,
worked in
sir.
Holocaust camps.
No, I'm pretty sure that you are trying to get me to say anything you can to clip it, to take it to somewhere. But the problem is I'm not going to give it to you, my guy.
Say
You're going to have to
Holocaust
AI
camp.
produce it. I'm not going to. Why would I? I love Jewish people.
Say it, bitch ass nigga.
I just don't like Israeli Zionist idiots who say they can convert to something when it can't be converted to.
Okay, just say.
It's really annoying. I like
Say Holocaust
true
camp.
people. I won't. Why would I say that?
Just say it, bro.
No. I have actual Jewish friends who live in the United States who are great people. Why would I insult them or their families
You're
or
a racist.
heritage? No, you're
a
retarded.
racist.
You're a sad troll, and you're really bad at it. And you're like eating spaghetti or macaroni while you're talking to me. You're so disrespectful. You're the goy. You're eating the processed food while yapping your gums at me.
Putting aside how cruel the baby thing was, I really like that guy. That guy's
Pretty
Attack on
pathetic.
Titan T-shirt.
You're so ridiculous. No idea as to what you're doing.
Dear
other than
all,
to waste time.
dear
Are you that
all
bored?
Pootie Pie haters, unless you're dropped out of school, there are 7 billion people on Earth. Loves,
guy.
not 7 million. That hardly even
Such a-
makes up the population of the U.S.
Upset
Secondly,
side, baby.
if you hate him so much, then why are you in this video anyways? Sure, he makes videos, but he
What are
tries
you
to make them
reading?
for.
There's nothing even read there. Like, where is it? You're on a phone and you're just reading incessantly from something that
I'm
you're
looking
trying
at
to
your.
quote
I'm
as
looking
if
at your. I'm looking at your cringe ass YouTube comments on your fake YouTube account.
There is no fake YouTube account. And what you're talking about is also just as unfounded as anything else you said. You have nothing.
And the
so you
lemon stayed
fabricate.
evil. Yay!
This guy is such
Sound like a faggot.
chode. Look at
Sound
this
like a
guy.
faggot.
See, there we go. And there's your real homophobic guy on the other end of the phone. Yeah.
You sound like a gay guy.
He's just a troll, and he started off with everything. This is what trolls are. But this is where you get to learn. It kind of entertained me. So
I have
kept
your
me interested.
address. I have your address, buddy.
Well, cool. Pull up and find out what the Second Amendment is.
I'm pulling up with the 5.
Pull up and find out what the Second Amendment is, fool.
I'm pulling up with the 5, bro.
I don't know what the 5 is. What, the 5 flavors of nonsense? What?
This me and 4 other of my boys.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we call ourselves the 5. The Israeli 5.
The 5 cowards who are going to get
No, the 5
introduced
brave
you with the
IDS soldiers who are gonna
with the
kick
second.
your fucking ass, buddy.
Oh, you couldn't do anything
5
else.
brave IDS soldiers that are gonna freaking knock you around, buddy.
Oh.
We're gonna knock you up, buddy.
I don't want to be
You ever been
impregnated by
You ever been
IDS
knocked
soldiers,
up by
bro.
5
Are you one of
IDS
those people that
soldiers?
thinks men can get? I don't want to be knocked up by you. What the heck?
You ever been knocked around by 5 IDF soldiers?
I'll take each one of you on one at a time. How about that?
Here's my Steam review for Sackboy.
How about you
I
get
honestly
on?
would talk for
How
about
about you get
how
on
amazing this franchise is to
a
all the
waiver
good things I
and
say.
a set
A++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++
of gloves, and you show me how strong you are by yourself, Mr. The 5? Because I'll get into
I give
a ring
the
with you.
Little Big Planet game an A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++
Steam review. That's pathetic. Mr. IDF couldn't find shit else. That's because he's not IDF. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called The Troll.
Wow! Just wow! Will Kong the Black Myth is an absolute masterpiece!
It really is. It's a great game. You should try it sometime. It's more fun than your mom. Are
We're
you
gonna
still
come
there?
fucking. We're gonna fuck you up.
You're not doing anything. You're so
We're
sad.
gonna fuck you up, buddy. We're gonna fuck you up.
Anybody else enjoying this as much as I am? That's what I have to
You ever-
ask, because it seems like
You ever
people
had a
quit.
black eye?
No, I don't.
You
I
ever had
don't.
a
I don't actually
You ever had a
typically
black
like
eye?
guys. Did you ever have a black guy? I don't know what you're talking about.
You ever have a black eye from a black
I
guy?
don't have a black guy or a white guy or a green guy or a blue guy. I'm not into men. That's you.
We're gonna give you a black eye.
What a clown. Are we getting anywhere
give
with
you
this
a nice-
conversation, ladies and gentlemen, or should I
We're
go
gonna give
back
you a
into
nice
something else?
shiner. We're gonna give you a nice shiner.
I like the way you say shiner. Very, very heavy on the sh.
Yeah, because I'm Hasidic. I'm a Hasidic Jew, Ashkenazi.
Well, I thought, so there you go. Now you're Hasidic, but now you're Ashkenazi, now you're this, now you're that.
Yeah, I'm both.
You're IDF as well.
I'm IDF also.
Yeah, as in I don't fucking care.
No, as in Israeli Defense Force.
No, Israeli defense, as in they put up defense that people could fly over and do something to themselves.
I'm having a team. I'm having the 5 currently report all your accounts.
Okay, cool. Good. Have fun with that.
Yeah, me and the 5 are working on
Me and the 5 on video, claiming on
Reporting all
audio,
your
which is
accounts.
being recorded on 10 different platforms, are doing illegal activities. That way you can find out who we are, because we're so...
the 5 are
We're
gonna
the IDF.
5 are gonna pull up to your
The
house
5.
and we're gonna fuck your dad until he loves you.
Oh man, I'd love to get you guys on Updog. I really would. You guys should come over and get on Updog.
We're gonna rape you.
You should come over and get on Updog, bro.
We're gonna rape you.
Come over, get on Updog. You want to?
You're getting raped
Do you want to get on
Tonight.
Updog?
by the 5. By the 5.
Would the 5 like to get on Updog?
The 5 guys are gonna come rape you tonight.
I think they're going to come get Updog. That's what they're going to do.
They're not getting up dog.
Yeah, they are. They're getting Updog.
They're getting your asshole.
They're for sure getting Updog.
They're getting deep in your asshole. That's what they're getting.
They're going to get Updog, bro.
And you're gonna like it.
They're going to get Updog, bro. You know you're going to get Updog too.
You're gonna like it because they're sensitive and delicate.
We're going
men.
to Updog your 5. Totally going to
Nope.
Updog them. Going to Updog
So
the
you
5.
actually
Updog the
live
IDF.
on
We're going to Updog the 5. Bro, if you were actually smart, you would just pull up political contributions, you ding-dong. Pull it up. It has my address on there. I'm not afraid of you, or any person for that matter.
I'm gonna send you a-
this. Your address is
I'm gonna send you a box of cyanide. I'm gonna send you a box of cyanide.
Okay, cool. Now that right there was a crime. And it's on recorded line. See how that works? You're dumb.
I'm gonna send you a big old box of it.
Yeah, of course you are. This guy literally
What are you gonna
openly
do?
committing crimes because he's literally, oh my goodness. The intelligence level out there
You-
is not high anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Like
You gonna open the package?
people out here,
Take a big sniff?
literally not within the ranks of intelligence. It's sad. And I gave this person this. How much time did you get? 18 minutes and 44 seconds. Do you feel good? You feel better?
Disrespect the 5. We put your ass in food chain.
Oh my goodness! Shut up. This stupid 5. Only 5. Only 5. This is people that are on the spectrum calling me to troll me right now. The spectrum of dudes hanging out with the 5 dudes. Hey, my 5, we're gonna come get you. Are you done? No, you're gone?
We have a black Escalade. We have a big black Escalade we're gonna pull up in.
Well, pull on up, man. I heard you. You got the thing. You're gonna do the damn thing. Get her done, son. You so
We're gonna
cool.
knock you around. We're gonna knock you around, buddy.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna knock you around. Me and the 5 are coming over because I could never do it by myself. Because I am an emasculated man. I am a eunuch. That's what you are. Dealing with a Israeli eunuch, and it's Israeli interesting dealing with this fool.
We're gonna come show you a good time, buddy.
Please don't. I'm not into men. And why is
sound
that always
scared.
so very homo with you? Like, they're like,
You
hey,
sound
we're going to come
scared.
give you homosexual relations against your will. What? That's gross. Why is that the way?
It's not gross in my culture.
Why is this guy on the phone? I don't know, but it's hilarious listening to this guy. He's a clown. Like a straight clown on his. Jeez, this guy's made actual death threats, and it's just wild to me. I guess this day's age of actual people that are trying to prank or troll are just so stupid they step into actual.
Says here
criminal
you've
violations.
raped a girl. Says here you've raped a girl. You have a rape allegation.
Why would you say something so disgusting and deplorable? And that is not something that's founded.
I don't know. It just says something on
Says
your file here
here-
that you're a rapist and that you've raped a girl.
It says here that this guy has been trolling for 20 minutes and 49 seconds, and he hasn't come up with anything worth. Like, is he gonna clip it worth anything? Because right now it's just him like crimes and slander, defamation, actual
Says you-
crimes of threatening, intimidation.
Says
Like,
here
it's
you've
wild
raped
to
a
me.
girl.
I don't know why you did that.
No, you. Says here.
No, it doesn't says here anywhere because you don't have any information.
I'm looking at your
IDF. I gotta
file.
think about some better ones for IDF. Let's go find some better IDF.
I'll send you the proof
IDF
to Winterhawk87
jokes.
at Gmail.
I don't have no Winterhawk 87. You once again making up emails. IDF stands for I don't fucking know anything. They just didn't want to use the rest of the letters.
Why'd you think that you could like scrub your information off the internet? You think we couldn't find you?
This guy thinks he's got something, but he doesn't.
You think we couldn't find you, bro?
Who's you, bro? Once again, you haven't gotten anything
You.
correct. You've only had one thing right, and that was that I played a video game on Steam, which that's a public profile. So once again, the only thing you've established is that you play video games. The only way you're looking at my Steam account is if you're on a Steam account. Duh. So you're a gamer
Sounds-
that literally is on kick.com or something, and you're like, I'm going to totally troll this guy and become the center of the story. Look at me. I'm so cool, guys. Did you see the way I owned him? I totally owned him. And I want you to feel that way because this is the only win you're ever going to have in your life. So enjoy it. You're sad, dude. Your parents didn't care about you. Your friends didn't care about you. This is what you do with your life. So I want you to enjoy this moment.
I'm
Where
sending
you
an
thought that you were
IDF cruise
king
missile.
shit of Turd Mountain. I want you to enjoy it because it doesn't offend
I'm
me.
sending an IDF cruise missile overseas to your house right now.
I'm sending an IDF cruise missile and drones right now. I'm also doing it from my video game chair. You probably weigh like 750 pounds and lack the self-discipline to get out the chair with the 5. The 5 is probably the 5 fingers that you would have to try to utilize to move your wheelchair because you're so fat you couldn't get out that damn door to do anything. But I do enjoy your trolling. It's hilarious. Continue, please. No? Okay. Cool.
What's the point of even this show? Just to spread hate? Just
We're
to
gonna-
spread hate and
Well,
talk about
obviously
how
only
you
when you're on. When you're on,
talk
for
about
sure.
how you raped girls and stuff.
That's for sure not what it is. It's definitely the talk about Lyon County's perversions and people watching porn that were calling themselves Boys and Girls Club operators who are then on record and then malfeasance within their financial documentation into an event called the Night in the Country, which is also tied into data
Wait,
center
are you
appropriations
speaking
through
with your
planning and
Jew
zoning,
voice right now?
which is also then tied into a city council member and a city manager and county commissioners, which is tied into a government appropriation and a legislative bill, which is tied into, yeah, there's quite a few things that we discussed. But what you mentioned, no, none of that,
Boring.
none of that's there. But you did
Boring.
call in. You found the number. You walked across the stream, and you're like, I'm going to call in and occupy this guy's time. And I was like, cool, let's do this. And you were like, not fun. You've been stupid this entire time.
Or
Like
boring
lacking
stream.
any sort of content whatsoever. But it's been fun to like just drag you along while you've
How's it been
created
fun if
criminal
it's boring?
intimidation,
Boring.
actual literal crimes on this phone while you've been on the line with me. And I've got your actual phone number that you didn't spoof because
I
I'm
have your
staring at
address.
your face right now, bro.
I have your address.
And the fact that I'm going to have to be contacting people inside of Phoenix and Mesa and getting you arrested is stupid because I have to now turn over the clips.
Oh no, he said my name and where I live!
I have to literally turn the clips over and I have to process everything as criminal intent because that's what you've done. It's just so ridiculous. Well, you think
Please!
did you
Please,
think
Mr.
that
Matthew Winterhawk!
your Google
Please,
account?
no, please don't do that!
This guy used his Google Voice account attached to his phone number, his Android phone
No!
number, which is sad enough in the background of a Gmail.
No! Please don't do that, please!
He doesn't care because he thinks he's
Please!
invincible.
Please don't do that, please!
No, please don't do that, please.
Please, I'm begging, I'm begging, I'm begging.
You're not worried about anything, but that's okay. You will be when it all comes across from your fucking Google account, dog. Because that's
Oh my god, no!
you're not an IDF soldier. You're just a troll.
No! How did he know? How did you know?
Because I did. That's how I knew. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed that, but how long did I give that guy? Usually it's only 15 minutes of fame. I don't even know what this show is, but the back and forth with the caller is entertaining. The foreskin hit was crazy. Stretching it thin and slicing it off. I'm not here to be intimidated by trolls, man. I'll give them the time. They want the time. They want to complain. There's nothing else I was doing. I was waiting for phone calls. And in the back, I'm doing research, so it just kept me entertained. Keep me confidential. Okay. Okay. Well, it's good to know that I hear that people are moving out of the contamination and power zone that is Urington. They're making sure that their lives are safe and they're moving out while they condemn the entire area, meaning the people that are bringing in Copia and the power plant, data center, apparently everybody's made sure they're safe and they moved out of the area, and that's why everything's moving forward. So I suppose we'll see how that unfolds. But if you start noticing that a great many people are moving out of your area that used to be your city council and commissioners, and everyone else might be stepping down and doing things, well, I don't know. Don't act surprised when it happens, I suppose. That was fun. Is he telling the truth? Sounds scared of this guy on the phone, not gonna lie. You sound scared. No, he wasn't telling anything true. That dude was a jackass. Respectfully, the caller wasn't rude until you started acting anti-Israel. That's not even true. I'm not anti-Israel. Who is anybody anti-Israel? That's funny that, oh, for sure it's Twitch and Kick because they're trying to get you to flag on things. But I don't have a problem with Israel. I'm just not going to fund them. I don't care what you do by yourself. Just do it by yourself. Isn't that an easy enough explanation? That's a shame because I really liked you. That's very telling. You guys are chatting for no reason. It doesn't keep up your chat to warn the next person from your nonsensical, unfounded claims. I love that I can see the stream chat, though. That means that people are literally paying attention. It's a good thing. It means that they see that Senate Bill 170 and the appropriations and who inside of legislative chambers appropriated it, they can see everything. It's great. It's really not. Our greatest ally are Nevadans and Americans in all 50 contiguous United States. The United States in America, as it were. It's not of. If it was of, well, then we wouldn't be calling Canadians Canadians and we wouldn't be calling Mexicans Mexicans. They would also be Mexican Americans and Canadian Americans. But as it is, the way that we rule this for 250 years, it is the United States in America. 50 contiguous United States. What are you talking about? Is this how you talk to your audience? Big fan of knees. I'm answering your question. I saw it said that, and I don't agree with that statement. I believe that Americans are America's greatest ally. And I believe that each person inside of each state, statesmen, are America's greatest ally. I could read your statement there. I am from Nevada. You don't speak for any of us. After this stream, you never will. That's what they said to me. So, I think we now know where the account is. See, like, the person is so disturbed by the fact that I am not going to submit to them. I'm always going to work on behalf of Americans only and Nevadans first. And that seems to really upset some people. It's crazy to me. I think they called in because I wasn't paying attention to the chat. And now that I see the chat, I'm like, oh, it was all in there before. Why is this guy on the phone? No, I'm not. I am pro-America. America only, Nevada first. Do you not understand that? Why is that so hard for people to understand? It's right there. It's everywhere I am. Says that. Nevada for Nevadans, America only, Nevada first. My campaign was Nevada for Nevadans, America only. Not Ukraine, not Israel, not Palestine, not Iran, not Iraq, not Afghanistan, not Libya, not nowhere. America only. I don't worry about shit that's outside these borders. And if they want to come inside the borders, they should do that right too. Problem is, both sides of this political spectrum like to play the games back and forth and act as if one side's doing it and the other side isn't. But that's not the truth, and they know that. They'll never tell you, though. Why are you shaking? Ain't nobody shaking. The the $5 footlongs from Subway. These guys. Oh my goodness. I would love for another phone call because fact of the matter is we're already off talking about this nonsense for who knows how long because we're talking about healthcare access before being discouraged inside of a small town. I had that post up, but we're too busy like digging into the fact that switch contributions right here. This is when all the calls started because they realized that I showed the criminal violations between their moms and dads and brothers and sisters. And all these charges are coming because these switch data centers in Carol and, is it Dan? Let me go back. I need to figure out Trosh. Why my freaking mind's not working on that. Trosh, Dan Trosh. Mr. Trosh. Trosh, T-R-O-E-S-H. Isn't that funny how Trosh is just the name there? Carol, Dennis. I kept saying Dan. For some reason, it was stuck in my head as Dan. Dennis and Carol Trosh. These scumbags who have literally become billionaires off the backs of everybody inside of the state of Nevada. Look at the recipients who have been taking money from this fool. Adam Laxalt. Adriana Guzman Freilich. Look, she is taking money. And who just won her primary? Wow. Let's go see. Adriana Freilich, Nevada primary. Let's go see if she won. Did she win? Hold on. Trump endorses GOP primary for Nevada Attorney General. Guzman Freilich has the courage and wisdom to deliver strong results. Oh yeah? What's she delivering strongly for, Trump? Is it data centers? Because I think it is. It's hilarious. So we got Dennis Trosh. And where is Dennis Trosh? Hold on. What is Dennis Trosh's background? Dennis and Carol Trosh are an American couple renowned as philanthropists and investors. Seventh-day Adventist billionaire businessman. Let's see here. It always likes to say, oh, they're a philanthropist. Philanthropist. Oh, the same person that writes about Trump writes about Dennis and Carol Trosh. Switch IPO cements a $2.2 billion fortune for California. You see, this is what you're up against. All these whack sites. Dennis Trosh has a $600 million stake in data center Switch. Billionaire's cement company was valued at $2 billion in 2012. Switch. Billionaire cement company was valued at $2 billion in 20. So the cement company, not him himself. Investor Dennis Trosh, 14.7% of Switch. And who was the other guy? Rob Roy? Because that was like the first name on there, right? All right, we need to look up Rob Roy. And Rob Roy. Was that name sound? Isn't that like an actor or producer? Rob Roy. Switch. Data centers. First person to buy somebody in the state of Nevada. First person to purchase a legislator in the state of Nevada was this guy. Now you call from unknown? Guys, here comes another troll. Get ready. Where are you calling from? Thank you for calling to W4Nevada Live. I'm not going to give you long if you're trolling, just so you know. So
I'm calling from Tel Aviv. My cousin. He just
Tel Aviv. My cousin. Tel Aviv. So tier 5 data centers. This guy, Rob Roy, is that him? Is he the guy? Is this his face? No. Rob Roy has more than 20 years experience as an investor, design engineer, and in paying off. Let's go to Rob Roy. Because Rob Roy was the first payment. And who did he buy first? Who was Rob Roy's first? Rob Roy. Damn, Rob Roy gave a lot of money. Hold on. I want to make sure that's the same Rob Roy. I mean, that's $5,000, and there's not every Rob Roy is just giving out $5,000. There you go. So who were your first people? Is this it? No, that's part of it. That's weird how it's in 9 different places, dude. Because the 2015 is not it. We went to an 11 on Rob Roy. Yeah, this is a trip, dude. You got to find it in 19 different similar name. Oh, dude, I think I just found it. Hold on a damn minute. Yo, he's been breaking the law every year. Let's see who else we got here. Hello, you're on W4Nevada Live. Oh, damn. You didn't even want to troll? Oh, they thought that's where they're going to get. Okay. Got it. Okay, let's turn the ringer off on that. Got it. There we go. Aww. Aww. You can't get it no more. I'll turn it on when somebody legitimately messages. All right, so Rob Roy, and they want me to stop. By the way, they want me to stop talking about Rob Roy and Switch right now. I want you guys to pay attention to that. Because Rob Roy, looks like Rob Roy's been breaking. Let's see if he was breaking. Oh, 5 and 5. That's within ranks. 5 and 5. You stayed in. Okay. But here's the thing. Like, look at even. That's Rob Kilroy. It's different. And that's a 250. Rob Roy 10 to Brian Sandoval. 6 Park Meadow Court. How many addresses does this fool have? 114,000 from that address. See? You're going to start finding it there. Stella Roy and Rob Roy. Hey, now we found old. Here's the wifey. So you use the wife's name, his name, to do political contributions. Joseph Lombardo right here. Now, why would Switch? Why would Switch be donating to Joseph Lombardo? That's hilarious. Brian Sandoval, 10 grand. Joseph Lombardo, 10 grand. Nevada's Republican Party Central Committees, 7,300. That's a weird number, but okay. Steve Sisolak, 10 grand. See? Now, if there was a Republican or Democratic effort here, this is the thing that pisses me off, where everybody's like, it's blue, it's red, it's the Dems doing it, it's the Shut your damn mouth. Shut your mouth. Nevadans are above party lines, and you can definitely tell that. Yeah. It's happening. Rob Roy. Stella Roy. And you have to go track them through 9 different addresses because they're not even just, that says 15 matching at that address. Did you see what that address was? That address is 6 Park Meadow Court. This is all public information. The Z right here is the monetary contribution from 6 Park Meadow, but you say similar address. Okay, this is all of the donations that came out of 6 Park Meadow. Total of $114,600 from Rob Roy and Stella Roy, going to Adam Laxalt, Michael Roberson, Ross Miller, Brian Sandoval, Steve Sisolak, and Joseph Lombardo. That's just in that section. But if you go back here and you find another Rob Roy, will be a different address. Watch. Okay, that's 6 Park Meadow. That's 6 Park Meadow. Let's find one that's not 6 Park Meadow. We're going to find, look, 7135 South Decatur Boulevard. Similar address. Bam. $11 effing million coming from that address. And you think they're not buying you, right? They're not buying your political people. They're not buying legislators. They're not buying governors. They're not buying everyone inside. Look, dude, these are political contributions. $11,214,000 that have been paid to your, look, Clark County Republican Central Committee. Literally. And these people are telling you they don't know what data centers are. They don't understand this stuff. That's why I'm pissed. That's why I'm upset. That's why I'm doing this show. That's why I work every day to make sure that I tell you exactly what's going on, because you need to understand it. You see this, right? Republicans, Democrats, independents, grassroots, commissioners, city council. If it's someone that's being elected and had to record their contributions through there, they are incriminated guilty. Crimes, not ethical violations. Any one of them, you could open up a criminal case against them. Literally, on behalf of a class action lawsuit for every Nevadan that has been affected by a data center or a project thereof. Class action. It's not even something you would have to worry about trying. Okay, so $11 million from that address, 7135 South Decatur with Rob Roy. Let's see if we can find another address. 6 Park Meadow, 7135 Decatur. We got to find the other ones because there's more than one address. This is what they do. It's called bundling. This is how they hide contributions through 95 different addresses, different businesses, all the same person, because you're only allowed, there you go, P.O. Box 40850. $2,816,104 coming from there. $2 million, $11 million from the other. Dude, there's more money in contributions literally from Switch Commerce than there was spent in entire election cycles. Jim Wheeler, Tyrone Thompson, Romanov, Leslie Cohen, Greg Bauer, Keith Pickard, Selena Torres, John Ellison, James Marchant. Didn't James Marchant just take a seat? James Marchant? But he's been contributed since at least 2017, dealing with Switch. And he just took the primary dealing with, was it Secretary of State? Is that right? If I'm not wrong. Charlene Bybee, Keckfer, Spiegel, Flores, Oscarson, Durer, Tallis, Flores again, Thompson, Carlton, Bustamante, Kirkpatrick, Shaw, Romero, Knudsen, Goodman. Oh yeah, Carolyn Goodman and her husband are all up in there. This is not just yesterday that they sold out Nevada for data centers, for power grids. There's a reason why Warren Buffett and NV Energy and Rise Credit Union, which used to be Southern California Edison, and Pacific Gas Electric and PGE that are coming. This is just a do-over. It's like take California, stamp, do it again here. Stamp, do it again here. This is extraction. I don't know who's doing it. People always want to go, oh, it's this or it's that. It's people in power choosing to keep it going, and they're being absorbed by these arms of government, because I spent the time understanding exactly who controls finance inside of our state, and it sure as hell isn't the governor or the legislators. It is Linda Rosenthal. Linda Rosenthal, Economic Forum. Right here. Oh, where'd it go? Hold on. There. This is the lady who runs your entire state, your finances, everything. This team, right there. Linda Rosenthal, Craig Billings, Marvin Leavitt, Jennifer Lewis, Frank Streschley. That's your team that leads every effing dollar in this state. Every dollar, every cent, every penny, every electronic transaction, every bond, everything managed in this state is right there. Right here. That's who manages it. That is not a joke. The second is Tiffany Greenemeyer. You may ask who she is. Well, Tiffany Greenemeyer and this team are what lead the other side of your economic development. Tiffany Greenemeyer, Curtis Palmer, David Lenzner, Craig Stevenson, and Akia Sanders. If you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 people combined with Linda Rosenthal, Craig Billings, Marvin Leavitt, Jennifer Lewis, and Frank Streschley, you will know 100% who runs your state. Oh, did you want the last 3 who were able to do that selection for you? PUCN. Members. There's your last ones. Haley Williamson. Number 1, Tammy Cordova. Number 2, and Randy J. Brown, the only person appointed by Joe Lombardo. Cordova has been there. Williamson has been there since Sisolak was in office. They say, hold on. Did they change that up? Was I back on that one? Okay. There you go. He got appointed there. So PUCN. I was wrong on the second one. I thought, did that one just get happen? Yeah, it said 2024, so that changed. Literally just changed. First appointed, reappointed. See? Confusing the hell out of me. She was first appointed to commission in 2020 by Governor Sisolak, and then Governor Joe kept her there. That was like, there was confusion there because I'm pretty sure it was a Sisolak appointment. It was. Haley Williamson, Tammy Cordova, Randy J. Brown. That is why you pay electric, water, gas, your utilities cost, all controlled by those 3 people. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Your finances. Inside of where your economic development is going, right here. You want to know why your state's investing in data centers? Talk to Tiffany Greenemeyer, Curtis Palmer, David Lenzner, Craig Stevenson, or Akia Sanders. Talk to any of them. And if they can't answer it, they're fucking lying. Linda Rosenthal, Craig Billings, Marvin Leavitt, Jennifer Lewis, and Frank Streschley. Would you like to know who they overview and sit with? Your economic forum has committees that they respond with for your budget and oversight. Budget and Finance Committee. Did you understand? Do you know who those people are? Let's open up another window. Nevada Budget and Finance Committee. 2025, because that 26 is going to change probably. It's called the IFC, or the Interim Finance Committee. There it is. Now, where is the actual leader? Where's the IFC people? Yeah, we'll go to a meeting and agenda. Interim Finance Committee. Members, there you go. Boom! Current. I don't think that's right, but maybe it is. Current Senator Dennis Moises, Carlton Maggie, Canizaro, Dundera Loop, Pete Goiche. I don't think that's right, dude. That's 1920. Where's the new one? There you go. That's why. Committees. What the hell? See, you can't even find that one because the most recent listed was that. Go back. That was funny. All those people is not. Let me give you the 24 or 25. Let's go. Meetings that they had. This is so sad. This is how poorly put together this area is because they don't want you to know this shit. Hell no, they don't want you to know who the hell's on this. If you started asking questions to people as to why you're falling off financial cliffs because they legislated for appropriated bills in 2019 that gave you per pupil funding inside of your schools so that they damn well knew, along with those budget and finance committees, that they could appropriate the money, how much was to be spent per pupil, which then made the rural counties fail indefinitely, but then they legislated appropriated 10% and 12% raises that they gave to administrative to top heavy it, and then they churned out teachers for fucking 4 years. And now all of them are falling and failing by many surplus and millions of dollars in deficit and shortfalls to only then turn around and blame it on teachers. These are the people. They don't want you to know who they are. Why can't I get that thing to just pull up members and staff? It's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. LCB staff. Oh, what the heck? Kind of weird. Non-legislative members, legislators. That's weird. It's got a really weird way for me to be able to pull up the IFC or the Interim Finance Committee, which I'm not seeing. Interim, no. Finance, no. I got legislators, non-legislative, and LCB staff. That's it. Which in the LCB, there's quite a few people, but you wouldn't know them because they're not all elected, like Peyton Alvarado, Tina Ashdown, Patrick Ashton, Morgan Barlow, Catherine Caprone. You see all these names here? These are people inside the Legislative Council Bureau that are responsible for writing the legislation that you then hit your floor after committees that then gets passed and turned into law and or statute. These are the people that handle that side of it. You have to understand that the guys that are in the seats that you're voting for do not do shit besides yes or no. And that's why I didn't want to be an assembly person or a senator, because I know I go to LCB. I ask them to write bills. I ask for BDRs, bill draft request. See if it'll write it. Of course it's not gonna. BDR LCB Nevada. See this? I'm just trying to give you terminology so you can understand. BDR, bill draft request. That's when you want something written in order to legislate on behalf of your local area, whether you're doing it locally or statewide legislation, depending. Here's where it goes. You will request using a BDR. BDRs are divided into numbers. You can actually, let me show you how that works with a great bill to look up and over, which would be selecting the 78th legislative session from 2015 so that we can bring up this Senate bill that all these snakes in the grass sold us out on, and that would be Senate Bill SB 170. SB 170. See here? Can you see it? SB 170. Click that one, and we're going to pull it up. Why? Because it shows you this beautiful thing. See here? This on the end, which nobody pays attention to, and I do. BDR, Bill Draft Request 32-765, gives you the filing so that you can see, if they didn't already put it right here, which primary sponsors, you could see who the hell requested this bill. Who wanted to have 75% abatement and 2% tax cap? Well, Aaron Ford did. Michael Roberson did. But when was this bill introduced? Tuesday, February 17th, 2015. Now, if that bill was introduced on that day, well, then we have a huge effing problem in this state, because the people that were receiving contributions from Switch to make sure it was beneficial for their company to move forward in abatements, boy, they paid everybody off. Literally, I can tie the names in here, 6 pages of them. In this thing, I will go over to this button that says votes. This is people that were elected. I can pull up the yays on the Senate and Assembly right here. And by the way, senators was all 21 of them. And I can pull this name: Atkinson, Brower, Denise, Farley, Ford, Gocheka, Gustafson, Hammond, Hardy. And I can go over here, and you tell me you don't see those names in there. Oh, wait, there's Ford. You understand? Like, this is the problem. Carrie Buck. Was Buck on that list? B. Bustamante, Benitez. Brower. Was Buck in there? No, I don't see Buck. Where? Carrie Buck? No. Okay, who else was in there? We did see a lot of these people, right? Was Danielle Monroe Moreno inside there? Was she involved in that? Was Monroe Moreno in there at that time? No, that was later. But you're going to find that I believe Greg Brower was. Brower's on there. B-R-O. I wanted to go by last name. Maybe I got to flip this around. Hold on. It goes by C-D. No. F-L-H. No, it's going by first name. That's the dumbest thing ever. That does not help me. I would have to search within these. Switch. Crower. Let's go to date. It'll make it easier. Then you can find the exact people. Corbett, Kirkpatrick. Here's one. Kirkpatrick, 1014, $5,000. Go over here, and you can find Kirkpatrick. Marilyn Kirkpatrick got donated $10,000. Was that 10,000? $5,000 on that. And the bill wasn't introduced until when? February 17, 2015. So would this contribution, October 14, 2014, from the company that stood to benefit from the bill that she legislated with, for, and voted on, crime, not ethical violation. You understand? That's crime. That's a criminal act. I just showed you. Crime, not ethical violation. Crime. That's not just her. Aaron Ford, Senator Aaron Ford, right there. He's running for governor right now, and he actively engaged in crime. Senator Aaron Ford, right here. $5,000. At that time, within there, Steve Sisolak. What'd I say? Goichea? How the hell do you say that name? I can't even pronounce it if I wanted to. But that's how I know the hell it's in there, because I went, oh, I can't say that name. Pete Goichea, right there. Goichea, December 15th, 2014, before the bill even hit the floor. They've been donated. They buy your congressmen. They buy your legislators. They buy your governors. They buy your attorney general. They have paid for everyone inside of this state for 15 years. It has been proven. I told you I would show you. I told you I would show you 17 counties deep. Now, it's up to you to take the charges. You feel sideways or some kind of way about it? Take it. Run with it. That is litigation you will win on. 100%. It is provable. The records are there. What are they going to do? Delete state records? Delete history? Remove 15 years of records that I have saved up in about 25 different places with every single one of these legislators, commissioners, their land deal agreements. They thought they were playing with some sort of little kid or something. I'm 43 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have time. And neither did our kids, or our grandkids, or my fellow Nevadans, or my fellow Americans, when you rob them of 15 years of life keeping their head down, fighting each other over dumb labels and identities that didn't matter, all the while carving up their land. At the behest of them, subsidizing corporations off their backs while they work to the bone, bleed, die from the consequences of your actions. I'm never stopping until the breath is out of my lungs. I found my purpose while campaigning, and it was to serve for all 17 counties and eventually serve for all my people, my Nevadans, my Americans, my fellow people that go right there. I'm not here to be glorified. I'm here to glorify someone else. My Savior, Jesus Christ, and God. You may not like the way that I approach things. That's fine. Many people didn't like the way that anyone does anything. But I'll tell you this, like I said, you do not have a better asset if you are a human being, which, by the way, is the only race, the human race. We're all in it together. Some of us seem to have thought they were more. Read George Orwell's Animal Farm to find out those people that put themselves in power, whether they're elected or appointed officials, that seem to think that they're worth more than you and I, and they're not. And the more that they lose that footing and that ground and that hold because we're not putting up with it anymore, the more they're upset. And I hope you had a good time. 2 hours and 20 minutes of my life today, that's what I've given you. You could reach out through text, phone calls, and otherwise. Take the information that I showed you or don't. But I promise you that the best thing you could do right now is lean into your fellow Nevadan. Stop looking at them for whatever skin color, sexuality, basis, the left, the right, the lib, the dem, the Republican. All that shit is meaningless. What matters is they're a Nevadan right next to you and they're suffering, just like you are. And I say just like, meaning that you're both suffering, maybe in different ways or different reasons. But I can tell you that the people right there, elected and appointed, they know that you're suffering. And They smile at your face and open doors for you while they do it. They exploit your children and use you as things to monopolize government entities, 501c3s, grant funding. Just saying, take about the frustration that was going on inside of Minnesota with Somali daycares and add that to non-profit agreements that have people that are making six-figure salaries, 501c3s and 501c4s with people making six-figure salaries and board members that are making six-figure salaries while they're selling out your entire community. You got to wake up sometime. Might as well be today, right? And just, tell them that it's not just two in a sports book. Those 15 counties matter greatly, but go look at where all the data centers are going. There are article after article after article that's all in rural. They banked on the fact that you were lesser education, that you're less resources, that you were after COVID, and they literally, it was like a setup, like volley. Somebody volleyed it, and then somebody's getting ready to spike the ball down. And I'd like to think that we're going to be stronger together than we are divided and distracted by identities that they're giving you throughout your entire history. Like I said, the God you pray to, the football team, the country that you are or are not for, everything is pitted against you. But the only thing that you really need to be worrying about is whether or not you, your family, in your local areas, your state, your county, your city, have clean water, clean air, health care, food, the things that you need for you. It's time to stop worrying about these corporations and these people inside of elected and appointed positions that have forsaken everyone else and they've been derelict in their duties. It's time to call them for their nonsense. Who signed it? And they'll be like, oh, it was a Dem. No. What was his name? Who signed it? They need to be held accountable. No more Dem. No more falling into a group so that you can get out of your individual accountability, you snake in the grass. It's time to hold them accountable and remind them again that we're not just Vegas, because we're not.
We're not just Vegas.
We're way more than that. Read that whole map.
Read it. Lights don't run the stage.
Make sure to reach out and say hi. And like I said, trolls, bring it.
We're not just Vegas.
You're 5, not afraid. Death, not scared. I'm here for Nevadans, for Americans, for my fellow humans, and I'm not stopping, because my life was over a long time ago. I'm here for the future. We don't inherit this world from our parents. We borrow it from our children. It's time you figure that out. Have a good evening.
Where work don't trend and patience is learned. Where votes still matter because people return. We don't all gamble, we don't all party. Some folks wake early, boots, dusty coffee. Some places quiet, some places spread. Some rows long conversations with your head. The state breathe wide, not stacked in a frame. Don't shrink us down to a postcard name. We're not just Vegas, no way. That service talk, surface. Real Nevada, out here. Outside the wall, outside. This land where the sky feel heavy or blue. Where the silence louder than the news. Places built slow, no rush to impress. Where people still show up, not just express. Some counties keep food on shelves you don't see. Some keep water managed responsibly. Some keep the lights on, roads still paved. Some keep the history from getting erased. Not every voice come with billboards and sound. Some carry weight just by sticking around. We don't move fast, cause we plan ahead. We don't burn bridges just to feel said. Nevada ain't one tempo, one look, one lane. It's contrast stitched into the same terrain. We're not just Vegas. Past the glare, past it. The state move quiet, steady. Everywhere, all around. If you move here, welcome. Just learn the pace. Respect the ground, don't rush the place. We don't copy cities that couldn't hold. We're not just Vegas. Yeah, no. Read the whole map. Read it. Lights don't run the state. No, they don't. That's a small cap. No, we're not just Vegas. Look around. The neon haze. Past it. 17 counties. All of them. Different lives, same place. Same soil. They think Nevada starting in on the strip. That's like judging a book off the cover it get. Vegas loud, yeah, but that's just a slice. Plenty state left once you drive past the lights. There's towns where a handshake still means something. Where folks know the land and the seasons are blunting. Where work don't trend